Good evening, everyone. I'm trying out some new stuff that my daughter has been trying to teach me. Uh, and I got Miss Michelle here with me tonight. Miss Deb may join us here in a little while. Um,
Hey, everybody.
I think the only two that are here right now is you and myself.
Oh,
So,
well, hey, Kim.
hi, my Miss Michelle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Hey,
I am.
Linda.
Oh, Linda's here. Good evening, Linda.
Yep.
I'm trying to uh, multitask over here, and I'm not very good at it. But
Take your time.
I just want to set this up so that um, she does know that I did do this, even though I should have had it done yesterday. I'm trying to spell, can't spell.
I'm good, Linda. How are you? Hey, Southernmost.
Good evening, Southernmost. How
Hey,
are you?
Trish.
Hi, Miss Trish. I dropped the link to um, the Rumble channel already, but I will be redropping it. And here again, because I have it pulled up, I am setting up the account now for myself um, because I forgot yesterday because I've been kind of busy.
Do you know how to pin that link to the top?
No, ma'am, that I do not.
I think
Um,
you click on it. Deb, we sent you an invite. Well, I didn't. Miss Kim did. Uh, but I think you click and hold it.
oh, it misspelled a word in here. See, I should know better than be trying to multitask when um, I'm trying to. Miss Deb, did you get the message and the link, sweetie? Uh, B Elias 60. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to verify and save because if I don't take a sneak peek and rewatch that, I will forget it.
Okay, Deb said she sent you an email. She just got home from work. Hey,
Oh,
Sandy.
okay. I am doing. Okay, Miss Deb, you're fine, sweetie. I know you've been busy with work and everything, and everybody's been busy getting ready for whatever spring, trying to get some planting done and things like that. And I know we all haven't had an actual chat in a while. And Trish, I'm gonna have to finish setting up that link to Rumble after bed when I get off of here, so I don't get too distracted. And but I did copy the link and paste it in the chat room, and I'm gonna copy it again. And this is to Trish and to Wiley Living. This is their Rumble account. So y'all sign up if you want to follow them on their adventure uh, with the truck driving um, stuff that's going on.
Oh,
Not sure when they're going to leave, but
Deb needs to get some dinner, and JH is here and says she's meeting her family for dinner, so she can't stay, but wants us to have a great night.
you're fine, JH, and Miss Deb, you are fine. I
Hi, Sin
understand.
Coy.
we're going to sit here and chit chat for a little bit because I just haven't chit chatted with nobody in a while. And I've been missing you, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sorry if any of you feel like I've been neglecting you, but I've been trying to take care of my family things and get them situated. And so hopefully I've got that taken care of for a little while anyway. And I'm looking for a banner that I made because my daughter showed me how to make a banner. One says technical difficulties, please stand by, because I do have those issues sometimes. But this one here that's running across the bottom of the screen is my email address. So hopefully y'all can see that. If you can't, I can change the color and stuff to where you could see it a little better. And I want to thank my daughter Sierra for helping me do that. Um, she thought that she had to set up a StreamYard account in order to join me on StreamYard, and I told her no, you really didn't. But okay, and so she'd been messing around and figuring out how to do things. So I appreciate her help. So I have to
Sinkoi
cook.
says, oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you're fine. Go ahead, Michelle.
Sinkoi says she has to cook, but nice seeing us and everyone, and hello to everyone.
It's good to see you too, Sinkoy. I pray you're doing well and that you're healthy. And I hope you enjoy your dinner. Um, closing week at work and working 12, 16 hours. Oh my goodness, Deb. So you are exhausted. I'm sorry, sweetie. I did not see the email, but I'll check it in a little bit. It's fine. You're fine, Miss Deb. No pressure. And I see Trish says they're leaving in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, Trish, hopefully we get a couple more people over there on Rumble for you, and I will finish setting this up. I know I should have done it yesterday, uh, but again, I got back home. Girl, after that trip coming to see you and doing that live stream with you and then getting back, and I had to come back across them old rickety bridges, and that river still being up, and them long stretches of road and everything is shut down early. I'm gonna tell y'all, I was a nervous wreck. I do mean a nervous wreck.
Yep.
High southernmost. Um, yeah, I've dropped the link in the chat room twice. I'll drop it again. Oh, Miss Deb, I
See,
understand. You know, you got to eat what you can eat because with having all the dental work, and I think she told me the other day that she still had a few stitches. So bless her heart.
yeah.
Well, I will do another live stream before Friday too, Trish, and then I will put it out again and stuff for y'all. So hopefully, you get a couple more than just two people, you and your husband. I will be signed up here with you in a little bit. Um, so
I'm doing good, Deb. I am doing good.
thank you, Trish. I enjoyed the visit with you and Dudley as well, and to meet the dogs. And we got to go out and have a little dinner and just sit and socialize for a little bit. I'm just sorry I couldn't stay longer. It was a day trip. So,
Woo, that's a lot of driving in one day.
yes, it wasn't too bad going because it was during the day, but coming back that night and getting up in the wee hours of the morning and you could only drive like 65, 70 miles an hour through the state, um,
Mhm.
to where I had to go to see her and Dudley. But it was very few and far between that you seen a vehicle anywhere out there on that interstate. And it was the
Mhm.
most eeriest and creepiest feeling I've had in my life. And to come the back roads through from Missouri back into Kentucky, and then down here to Fort Campbell. Oh my goodness, I was driving 45, 40 and 45 because those roads was pitch dark, no street lights, no nothing, just houses and river and lots of barges on both sides of the river.
Mhm.
So it was an experience.
I
Um,
can imagine.
but thank goodness we made it there and we made it back safely. And I got my oil changed and stuff today in my car because I finally reached the 5,000 mile mark. I was actually 4 miles shy. So yeah, I never told you I was coming until after I was already coming. I know. I didn't. I was going to make a day trip out of it. I thought it said 4 hours. And I was like, okay. But then when I set the GPS, no, it said six.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, so it's 6 hours there, 6 hours back, depending on the traffic, yada, yada, yada. Uh, but the next time if I go, I'm going to definitely carry two 5-gallon gas cans just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
Uh, because out coming through that stretch, you don't know. It's hard to guess what would be open and what's closed.
Yeah.
Uh, um, but Miss Michelle, how have you been doing? Everybody, y'all been doing good?
Yeah. Yep. I've been doing just fine.
Did you get your heat fixed?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we'll pray
Yeah.
for you.
They came out that very next morning before 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
That's the perks of living in a small town and going to church with almost all of them.
Yeah. Bless your heart, Deb. She says she's just kind of in a fog right now.
Yeah. I am
I think
too. I can't
I
keep
would.
up with I was having a hard enough time keeping up with this, medicine that they've been giving out.
Mm,
Um, but now you got the medicine and the fight going on,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
it has just that's how I feel, Deb. My brain hurts.
My everything is like just like I'm here 1 minute and the next minute I'm kind of foggy and disoriented, and I'm like, what is going on? What is going on?
Mhm.
And I don't know if it has to do with them activating the 5G internet. Because I know
Well,
at one time they say they're going to hold off on it and then they're not. Good evening, Matt. How are
hey,
you?
hey, Matt.
Um, so I don't know if they may have kicked it in or not. I know here um, the past few days the internet has really been running sluggish. Some of the businesses where I go to pay some of my bills, I've had to wait and go back today to pay them because the internet, um, they were just down yesterday in some of the
Yeah.
businesses. I'm like, oh, that's not good. Please don't start that. because
Yeah.
some places will still accept cash, but some would rather you pay a card or other means and stuff. So
Oh, Lord. Congratulations, though, Deb.
oh, I bet they are, Miss Dev. But they are. Matt, I pray you and your family are doing well out there in Texas. Oh, there you go, Trish. Southernmost said she just subbed to Rumble. That's awesome. And y'all, Trish said it didn't cost nothing for you to sign up over there, only if you want to do your own page or something over there. So,
Yeah, I'll go over there. I already have a Rumble and I follow several different people. So I'll go sub when I get off from here, Trish.
let me flip this back over here and go up here, and I'll redrop the link again for some of them that just came in, and some of them that are sitting on the sideline watching. And um, so,
Right. Although I did want to do a live stream today. I was screaming hot mad.
uh-oh. Well, just let it out, Miss Michelle.
Oh no, honey, if I let it out in here, it's gonna take your whole thing down. But
Okay.
I received an email of the
Mm.
adverse reaction list.
Hi, Arkwild Man. Thank you, sir, for popping in.
Hey, Ark. Um, yeah, it was the adverse reaction, which every drug that they put out on the
Mm-hmm.
market, they have to do that paperwork. Number one, if you know anything about that paperwork,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can you can tell
Oh, I'm
that
sorry, Trish. I'm sorry. I gave the wrong link. That was the register link.
oops.
I had pulled up here for myself. Go ahead, Miss Michelle. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Thank you, Trish.
Um, you can tell if you've read those things like I have,
Yes, ma'am.
that paper is not factual. If you want the actual factual paper, go to Pfizer. If you ask for it, they'll email it to you. But I just I have a hard time, mm, you know,
Yeah,
staying calm with misinformation.
right.
So, but I would like for somebody to compare the real list of possible adverse reactions from this medication and compare it to a common antibiotic that millions of people take every single day,
Mm-hmm.
or a heart medicine, or a blood pressure medicine, or, yeah, compare those two.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because some of that is not very good.
right.
Um,
I have 32 known drug aversions.
oh my
So,
goodness.
yeah, the last time I took the flu shot in 2000, 2000. I think it was 2009.
Mm-hmm.
It almost killed me.
Oh my goodness. Bless your heart.
I developed Guillain-Barré syndrome and was paralyzed from my hips down.
Oh, that is not good at all.
For months, I was like that. So, and that adverse reaction is almost unheard of, but
Yeah.
it happened to me. So, but every medicine, every surgery, every procedure,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean, even Sweet Deb can tell you there's an adverse reaction for everything done. She just
Yes.
had mouth surgery and had adverse problems from it,
Right. Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So, but
I
anyway,
have, yeah, I had to take my little one on the 31st to the dentist. She hasn't been since 2019. So,
mm,
and because I've been a little iffy of taking her,
oh, of course.
and she's got to go this month for a physical, her yearly physical. They always do it right around her birthday or right after her birthday, and so I'm going to tell them again. She's being homeschooled, so she's fine. Just give her the physical, and uh, we'll leave it at that.
Right,
So
right.
I seen a lady today when I was getting the oil changed in the car, and she has 8 month old and a 3 year old, and, and so she was talking about how she really doesn't want to get any more type of things for her 8 month old um, at all
Right,
right
and she
now.
she should have that right.
So I don't know how well that's going to work out, but um,
She she can get a she can get a, a medical from her physician, and
hmm
or she can get a religious from her minister.
right,
So you can get exemption from a lot of these vaccines. So, you know, it's just my opinion that everybody has a right to make an informed decision about any medical treatment, you know,
yeah,
any medical treatment at all. But
right,
they can't make an informed decision unless they have all the information.
yeah.
So, you know,
Can y'all on the other side see the my email address, little banner thing running across the screen? Pretty good.
let's see.
I
I
mean,
can see it real good.
I see it good here in StreamYard. I can see it on YouTube. I just don't know if they can see it as clear on YouTube. But
From my phone, I can see it real good.
good, because I had it in a different color background with like the red and the white lettering, and I was
Uh
like,
huh.
yeah, I think maybe I should change that. So I was sitting back here tinkering with it, and then well, that's my email address. If any of y'all want to email me or contact me by email, seeing how my daughter showed me how to do it. Um, so and she showed me how to do the 30-second countdown. Uh, so
That's
she's
really
been to,
neat.
yeah. Uh, she's like, Mom, you go to your pictures and stuff, and then you can make a little clip, or you can make a little clip and add it to it, but it can only be like a 30-second little clip, and then it'll play that down as your countdown. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you.
Hmm.
So
Technology. It's amazing.
yeah, it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing all at the same time.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I thank the Lord that that my daughter showed me enough to where I'm here and able to make friends and chit chat with you ladies, because you ladies are very beautiful ladies, and I love each and every one of you. And again, I do apologize if I've made anybody feel in any kind of way that I was not wanting to still participate in the support group or the weight loss. It's just I had to do the family thing and get my little one over here back on track. Hi,
Absolutely.
Meemaw. Everybody, that's Big Matt's mother-in-law. How are you doing?
Hi, Momo. Nice to meet you.
She is a sweetheart. She does leather work, and she's also doing some crocheting and stuff. And um, she was working on a a blanket. I want to say a blanket, a throw.
Hmm.
And she had it hanging on her couch, and she said she was going to add some more to it. I told her by the time she gets done with it, it'll be big enough to fit a twin size bed.
Yep.
um, Thank you,
Yep.
Miss Deb. I appreciate that, sweetheart. Um,
Yep. Life
it's just,
gets rough.
yeah, well, because I like to get on here and I like to talk with everybody, and I try to work it out. A couch Afghan is what she said. Oh, you got it
Mm.
finished. Nice. Did you do a video on it? If y'all don't have her link, I can also drop her link in the chat room. Um, Let me. Oh, I'll have to open another window because I don't want to lose what I got started on Rumble. if if I
I
do,
joined her a couple of weeks back when Matt gave out uh, m- her link.
okay, because I did share her link here a while back. It's been a while back. I shared her link and some other ladies' links and stuff. Um, but I'll drop it again in the chat room. I'll have to look and see if she. I haven't really been on anywhere keeping up with anybody, so um, and I apologize for that as well. It's just hard because if I get on the internet too much and stay and focus here, then she's not going to focus on what she needs to. She's going to slip off and try to go and do a Zoom call with somebody or something else. And I think I just lost the rumble, and I did.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I'll have to go pull it back up. I clicked the wrong one and knocked them both off. So leave it to me to. I can mess up a wet dream and don't even have to be involved in it.
I ain't heard that saying in years.
I'm just being truthful. Oh goodness, I've been known to say that one several times. Uh, okay, well I'll just have to go back and redo it. That's just all because what does Trish say?
They're going to be sleeping like sardines, basically.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Trish. Meemaw, you're more than welcome. It was no problem. Hopefully, your subscribers have picked up some more. Her husband even has a channel out doing lawnmower repairs and things like that, I think. So, um,
Yep, they're going to be some sardines in a can.
oh my goodness. Well, just make Dudley sleep in the front of the truck in the seat and you just sleep in the back.
I agree with that.
He's younger anyway, Trish. Not by much, but he's a little younger.
That's so funny. Yes, it's worth it. As long as y'all don't get accosted or hurt or abused out there.
Well, see, the news media is trying to play it up like they're all rolling up into DC, and they're not. And they're staying. A lot of the truckers have come to the conclusion they're going to be on the outskirts of DC. Um, uh, I'm going to eat a bunch
Uh,
of chili
uh,
to warm us up.
I bet she
Oh my
put you out of
goodness,
that truck.
Dudley, is that you under a false name? It has to be.
She'll
I
make
love
you
you.
sleep on that hood.
She'll put
Or
him in the back. She'll put him out in the back.
uh, uh,
Yeah, Trish,
oh,
no
I'm
doubt.
praying. I actually had my husband light a candle for you and Dudley at the church in the grotto, and it will burn continuously until you get home.
Oh, that's sweet. I found out that a couple of my cousins that are independent truckers, um, were also going to be involved in that and stuff. And their dad is a preacher.
Mm.
So
My
I
two
was like,
cousins
well,
parked their truck. They just parked it in the yard.
really?
Yep, they're taking the whole month of March and ain't doing a single load.
Oh,
Yep, because they have, well, one of them has 4 kids and the other one has 6 kids. So,
oh
and
my
they're
goodness.
all, every one of them's under the age of 15. So they
Oh, wow.
cannot very well put wife and all those kids in a truck.
Mm-hmm.
So they just parked it. That's the
Yeah.
best they can do.
Wow. Yeah, when you have little ones, it does make it hard. Um, especially if you don't have somebody with a camper or an RV, um, that is willing to tag along, um,
Mm-hmm.
and provide sleeping arrangements and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
I love you too, Miss Deb. Deb
yes.
didn't even know it, but she's had a candle burning for her too. From the day she had her mouth surgery.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, Michelle. Bless you, child.
That's what I'm a firm believer in prayer.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know that God answers. It may not be in our time, but He answers in His time. And it may not be what we want to hear,
Mm-hmm.
but He will never lie to us and He will never forsake you.
That's right. Amen. Amen. Yeah, I'm like you, True. I love them all. They're such great ladies and gentlemen, um, and I appreciate each and every one of them.
Yeah, I wish I could get Art to make a little bit longer videos. It's like right when I get into it and I'm like feeling that, that humbleness in my heart,
Mm-hmm.
he signs off. Like, wait, come back.
Well, he has started up live streams now. Um,
Oh, has he? Yeah, I've seen him a
mhm.
couple of times. I've been in there. But I
Yes.
want him when he records like his cooking and, his Bible studies and, stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
wish it was just a little bit longer
Yeah. Yeah.
because I enjoy it.
And I want to give a shout out to Miss Malachi if she's out there. Miss Malachi, we love you and we miss you. And we pray that you all are doing well over there in the UK. Um,
Yes.
I want to try. She said something about doing another workout video with me here last week when I spoke with her in a private chat, and I told her, sure, just let me know when you want to do it, and we'll figure it out, and we'll go from there. Um, I would love to do another workout video, but I'm not doing the sitting on the floor and doing the butt walk. That hurt my tailbone.
Yeah.
It was fun, and it was fun watching JW and Harold try to do it and stuff. And Harold hollering, "Oh, I'm coming out of my britches." Well, I felt the same way, so I know how he felt. I'm like, I'll sit and
Oh,
do it in the chair. I'll move forward in the chair and move back, but um, you could only move so far. But
right.
but it was fun. It was
It
fun,
was. It really was.
and it
And you
was.
can tell the next day that you've used some muscles that you didn't know you had.
You forgot you had them. Yes, ma'am. That's just like when I went down to the river and did that little workout video on the equipment. I the upper arms and stuff in my legs and pulling myself up because you're pulling your body weight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my word.
Yeah.
Oh, but the water has finally receded down at the river. So the walkway that me and Sydney had taken and back, it's all cleared off now. So the water has gone down, and it's starting to dry out. It was in the 70s here today, um, but we were out paying bills and getting the oil changed in the car and taking care of some other stuff. So, um, and then I come home and clean the windows and put some of that Rain X and stuff on all my car windows and stuff. So, um,
Mm-hmm.
I'll see how good that works.
I love that stuff. Oh, that I think for vehicles, that is the best invention ever.
Well, I had seen a video on YouTube about using shaving cream.
You can do that too.
And I said, well, I've used shaving cream to clean stains and stuff out of a car. You take it and just massage it in a little bit and
Mm-hmm.
let it set. and then you get a damp rag and you clean it up, and it comes right out. It's amazing.
Yep.
Um,
You know, you can clean your glasses, your eyeglasses with it, and it won't fog up. They
I've never
won't
tried
fog
that.
up. You know how when you wear a mask, your
Yes, ma'am.
glasses fog up? It
Hmm.
won't do that. You can clean your bathroom mirror and your mirror won't fog up.
I'll have to try that because my bathroom mirror does need to be cleaned. Yeah.
Try it.
I sure will. Yeah, because I seen another YouTube video. I don't know what kind of polish it was they used, but they took and used like painter's tape and made
Mm,
like a triangle in
mhm.
the window in the center of the window to
Yep.
kind of give you a peeping out area and
Mhm.
stuff. And I was like, okay, I don't know what you used there, but um,
And
I
you know
don't know.
what I use in my shower to stop the soap scum buildup? Turtle
What's that?
wax.
Turtle wax.
Turtle wax for your car.
Wow.
Yep.
Who knew? I didn't know.
I didn't know either until years ago. I spent that fortune on that. What was it called? Orange glow or something like that.
Uh huh.
And it was the same thing, except it smelled like orange.
Oh, okay.
And then this guy at the parts place said, "Michelle, that ain't nothing but turtle wax." I was like, "What? I
Oh,
paid
wow.
$16 a can for that, and you're telling me I could have went to Walmart and got a little can of the turtle wax paste for two something?" He said, "Yeah, that's what I'm telling you."
Oh, my goodness.
So yeah,
I'll have to look into that.
yeah.
Thank
I
you
was
for the
like,
cleaning tip.
"No problem." See, I know more than medical stuff,
Oh,
but yeah,
well, that's good. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying their dinner. Yeah, I had it. I was going to set it for 7 p.m., but then I didn't set it for 7 p.m. And so I said, just let me. I set it back for 6:30 because I knew I was on Central Standard Time, and
mm-hmm.
um, I'm like, well, people will probably be eating supper, fixing supper, and doing other things. So um, I might have kind of picked a bad time to go live, but um,
It's
anyway,
just a chit chat.
yeah, yeah, and to catch up and see how everybody's been doing, and let y'all know that I love you and I've missed you dearly, and
Yes, we love you, missed you too.
I feel like crying because I feel like I've neglected y'all and let you down,
No,
and
nope, nope,
uh,
nope, nope. I just, I was just like, where is everybody? You
yeah.
know, I wasn't, and I was like, Lord, please don't let them stop this healthy thing. Please. They need to keep going. Even though the world's going crazy, keep going.
Yeah, well,
So,
I did do the live stream with Trish Sunday up there on her channel.
yep.
Um, and I talked with Miss Deb and asked her if she could send I woke her up, bless her heart. She was sleeping because it was a rainy day in
Mm,
Georgia. And you know how peaceful some people can just sleep in the rain.
mm-hmm.
Uh, and besides that, I'm sure she's been exhausted if she's been working these long hours, bless her heart. Um,
Yeah.
and asked her if she could just send out a notification and let people know that I would be doing it with Trish at her house on her channel. Um, and there was some that showed up, and a lot of the ladies are doing really good um, with their workout uh, and losing their weight.
Yep.
And Trish and Dudley's been doing great, and
I saw that. 10 pounds and 12 pounds.
yeah.
Heck, they probably can fit on that single bunk.
It just depends. Yeah, it'd be awful tight. But like I told her, she could put him up there in the seat, or take a big tall cooler, or I don't know, because I don't even know what's in the middle of the in between the two seats. So um, it might be kind of hard to put something over that to where you could stretch out. I don't know. I haven't been in a semi truck in many years, so
Yeah, I think the last time I was in one, it had those big old comfortable captain air ride seats.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And you had a big opening in between the two seats. Your stuff only came out so far, and then you could still have plenty of opening and walkway to get to the
Yep,
bunk. That was back in the 1990s, the last time I was in
yep.
one. So,
Yeah, if it had a long nose,
mm-hmm.
then
Yeah.
the engine's out there in the nose of it, so you could have that walk space.
Yeah. So,
And I remember that.
yeah. Well, actually, no, it was, 1980 something is when it was.
Yeah.
1980,
I think for me it was
84 to 86.
80. Yeah, I think for me it was like 1985
Yeah, it was
was the
like from
last
80,
time.
yeah, 1984 to 1986. I started work with the carnival here, um, and then they asked me if I could drive a semi truck. One of their truckers had quit. I said, I don't know. I mean, I can drive a stick shift. I've never tried to drive a semi truck. And the owner said, take her out here and let's see if we can get her driving. And sure enough, I learned how to drive it within just a few hours. And he's like, okay, we need you to drive this load to this next town. And I'm like, what? What? He's like, yeah. So, and then from there, I went I just stayed on the road with him, and I made good money. And then the next year, he called me before the season started and said that he bought a new semi truck, um, and wanted me to come back to work for him again on the road.
Hmm.
So I went back to work for him again on the road. It was just seasonal, and then when they close up during the winter months, you can hook up with um, a different outfit that goes like over to like Cancun and down into the Caribbeans and the Bahamas and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, but I wasn't that adventurous. I'm like, nope, I'm just going to take my bonus money and the rest of my pay, and I'm going to take my little happy self back to Tennessee.
Mm.
I'm going to take my winter break.
I would do anything for blue ocean. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yep, I love the ocean.
yeah, just don't turn your back to it.
No. Mm-mm.
I
No.
learned the hard way when I was in Hawaii when my second husband was stationed over there. A friend of mine hollered at me, and I turned around and, what do you want? And I was talking to her and wasn't paying no attention. That wave come in and knocked me on my tush and drug me back out. And well,
Mhm.
I was out there trying to find my top and my bottoms.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Um, help.
Yeah. I lost a few bottoms down at Myrtle Beach. Yep.
I'm like, girlfriend, you come out here, go fish my stuff and bring it to me. She's like, it's okay. You can. No, nope, it's not okay. Mm-mm. I'm not on the end where the nudist colony is, and I wouldn't
Right.
feel comfortable being there anyway. So,
Right.
mm-mm, no, 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 no. But it was fun.
Yeah.
Found a lot of beautiful shells and stuff like that, and made crafts and stuff out of them, and sent them home to the family, different
Yeah.
family members and stuff.
Yeah.
And, but I'm gonna take it that everybody is doing well in chat.
It does appear that they're doing pretty good.
Suburban Hillbilly is doing, or yeah, is it Suburban Hillbilly? Yeah, I think she is doing fantastic with her workouts. I think that's the one I'm thinking of, isn't it?
Is it her or is it
Was it Suburban Hillbilly? Let me.
Garden Girl?
It might be Garden Girl. Well, they're both. But I'm trying to think of the. Oh snap! Southernmost. The Suburban Hillbilly says nope, nope.
Idaho Garden Girl. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. I was just trying to think. Yeah, she is. She is really kicking it.
She's
She's.
rocking it.
Mm-hmm. She is.
Yep.
And Miss Mary Thomas. Uh, she's she's working on trying to do some videos now,
I've been watching them.
and
She's doing great.
yeah, and she said that she sold a couple of her paintings, which is really good and stuff. She says after she sold them, she kind of misses them.
I really want to see Deb's work. Really, really bad.
Well, Miss Deb hasn't set up nothing on YouTube. She's on Facebook, and I don't know that uh, Idaho Garden Girl. Okay, thank you, Deb. They're all doing great though. Um, but I don't. Deb, when's the have you put anything new on Facebook, sweetie? Yeah, I didn't get a notification when Mary was going live either. So,
I haven't seen her go live. I've just watched the videos that she's uploaded. Well, you make sure I know about it, Deb.
oh, I'm sorry, Suburban Hillbilly. What is, if you don't mind me asking, what is wrong with your feet and your knees, sweetie? I just seen one of my neighbor ladies, Miss Gina, over here today. She's coming out to check her mail, and she had somebody pushing her in a wheelchair, and I'm like, uh, but she had I guess her knee surgery finally.
Oh, yeah. Tuesday, my father-in-law is got to have part of his foot amputated.
Oh no.
Yep. And
Oh,
he's not even diabetic.
oh my goodness.
Yep. So, you know them country folk. Well,
Mm.
He was on his third round of antibiotic, a different antibiotic, and his physician died.
Oh my.
And none of the doctors here in this town are taking new patients.
Mm.
So he got really bad sick, and I told my mother in law, take him to the ER. So he finally relented and she took him, and he's got osteomyelitis in that bone of his foot.
Mm.
And so they have to amputate.
Oh, that's awful.
It is. It
Suburban
is.
hillbilly, I'm sorry to hear that you're having um, arthritis really bad and have neuro,
Neuropathy.
in both feet due to a pinched nerve in your back.
Yeah, I do too, Suburban.
Mm.
That's why both of my feet are numb. That's why I have a hard time walking and I fall a lot.
Bless your heart. My goodness.
If I
You
close my eyes, I can't tell where my foot is.
That's not good, Miss Michelle.
No,
It kind of puzzles me as to why our health and why us ladies are having such issues with our backs and the nerves and stuff in our back and things like that. That is, I mean, it's odd that so many people would have so much of the same similar health issues. It's got to be something, um, whether it would be the medicine or the food or um,
I think it's a combination of environmental factors. I mean, look how long we ate food out of the grocery stores with all the chemicals in it,
yeah, yeah.
which I really feel like it made our muscle mass very vulnerable. And when your
Hmm.
muscles are compromised, it can't hold up your skeleton,
Right.
you know. And so it became an issue of more and more and more people having back injuries and not even knowing it,
Yeah.
until it was too late.
I
So,
mean, I just find it so odd. I mean, even in the younger group, in their 20s and 30s and
yeah.
40s, right now are having these issues. Now, I could see it, in your late 40s, 50s, and getting into your 60s and 70s, and on having issues depending on the type of work that you've done all your life and things like that. But at least that's the way I was looking at it. Um, but then when I got on here and I see I see so many people with the same similar problems, and so many of them are so much younger than I am, and I'm just like, how can that be? How can it be? And it's got to be in a combination of everything, like you said, the food, the water, medications, different things, different types of job scriptures that you've had, lifting and carrying, and plus,
Hmm.
yard working and doing all that. And Suburban, I pray you feel better, and I pray that you are okay, honey. I'm sorry that you landed on both of your knees. My girls tell me all the time I'm a walking accident waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
because I can stumble just walking down the hallway sometimes. And, of course, I'll keep everybody in prayer because we all need healing prayers, that's for sure.
Yep.
Um,
I'll light a candle for you, Miss Suburban.
and I'm just so thankful that I wasn't hurt worse than what I was in that car accident back in July. And my girls were not injured, um, nor did they either one have to go to the hospital. I think it still messes with the little one over here. Um, some
Yeah.
That's why I'm looking to try to. I was talking to him today at the car lot about. Would she say I can stumble over air? Honey, you
Mm-hmm.
sound just yeah. I
I'm the
can too.
same way.
Yeah, me too. Um,
Hey, I want to ask,
sure.
is has anybody been following uh this trial of this doctor that originally they charged him with killing 25 of his patients, but then they kind of backed it down to 14. I think it's in Ohio.
Oh, I haven't heard anything about that one. Of course, I haven't been keeping up with a lot of news. I did see that here in my town, the bone and joint doctor that did some of my surgeries, um, he was involved with another doctor that was running a pain clinic or a something like that.
Hmm.
And the other doctor was being brought. Well, both of them were being brought up on charges for the opiates and fraud charges. And the one doctor, he lost everything. And
They they busted several doctors that I knew. Oh, probably 5, 6 years ago in Houston. I mean, doctors that I so highly respected,
mm-hmm,
but yeah, they had the DEA, they
mm,
had everybody in that building.
oh my
And I
goodness.
thought, yeah, it's the almighty dollar,
Mm,
you know? If you could walk in there and pay them $250 in cash,
mm-hmm.
you could have any prescription you wanted, nice and legal in your name.
Yeah. And that's exactly what they were doing here. Um, and my bone and joint doctor, he had retired from being, a surgeon for bone and joints, and he got into the new stuff, where they were doing the new injections and stuff with different stuff. Um,
Chicken, don't go there.
why are you going to bring that in here? Who is chicken?
I have no idea, but he needs to bob himself out of here. Don't go
No,
there with that.
we don't appreciate that in here. You can take it to another chat room, please, with somebody else. Um, but it was some kind of neurological stem cells
Oh,
is
wow.
is what he was doing.
Mm.
And my mom had me to go with her to one of his presentations and stuff. And I told her, don't, don't even think about it. I said, I don't know much about that, Mom, but I'm going to tell you right now, that does not sound good. It does not sound good. I mean, it may help somewhere along the line when there's more study and stuff about it, but just to go and jump right into doing something
Yeah.
like that, I would not advise it. You
Nope.
know, especially at your age and the things that they're wanting to do. Now, I did see an article the other day where they had took a pig heart
Yep.
and put it in a human body. And apparently the person's body is not rejecting it. They are doing pretty good with it. And I'm
Right.
like, oh, I don't know about that either.
Yeah. Their next one is going to be, because we've been doing heart valves with pig
Mm,
hearts for umpteen years.
yeah.
And, the majority of our insulins comes from, the pig pancreas.
Yeah.
And so the next thing I think they're going to try is a transplant of a pancreas
Mm.
and see if they, if it works. And I'll tell you one thing though, God, if He would just let them figure out DNA to grow hair, I'm first in line. I am. I don't care. I'm going to be first in line.
I'm staring at this because it's got her only work done moment.
Well, I was going to say staring at your computer is not going to get your work done, sweetie.
Sit down, what you say? I think I'm gonna read it a bit.
But I did not know that about the insulin and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not a big medical person. Now my redhead that just got married and stuff. Now she would know more about that stuff to a certain degree because she calls herself a nerd. And I said, "You're not a nerd. You're just, you know, you've been reading medical books since you were, gosh, like in fourth, fifth grade. You wanted to start reading medical books. So
Yeah.
whenever I would go to the Goodwill store and I'd look back there in the book section and stuff, um, you could always find brand new medical books still wrapped in the plastic that they didn't use at Austin P and they got
Mm-hmm.
donated. So for $1 and something, I would buy those books and they were workbooks and different types of books. She has several boxes of different types of medical books to that she taught herself a lot of stuff in.
Yep.
Um, and she did go to Memphis to the university down there to study nursing. But then when she got down there, she's like, "Mom, no, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And I hope you don't get mad." And I said, "Well, I tried to tell you before you went, but you didn't want to listen to me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I pray that it worked out for you, but um, you seen some of the stuff that they were trying to push." And she's like, "Yeah, whatever happened to the Hippocratical oath?" I said, "It got packed up and thrown out because a lot of them do not, go by the Hippocratical oath anymore." Um,
Well, doctors are bound by that oath, but that uh, Hippocrates was a physician, and he is the one that coined the phrase "first do no harm,"
uh-huh,
and that is an oath that physicians take. Nurses are held to an ethical standard.
uh-huh,
And if your morals and your ethics are different than, say, the vice president that sits on the board of nursing, well, that's where you get, you know, misconstrued.
right,
So I learned real quick that once I'm out of school, I will practice my deeds based on my own moral, ethical compass.
uh-huh.
And some, some people don't do that.
Right.
They're in it for that huge paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, so
Yeah.
there's good and bad all over the world. But
Well,
that doctor's name, in case anybody wants to look that up and watch it on YouTube, because they're live streaming it every single day. And I was just appalled,
mm,
just, just totally appalled at this doctor. But his name is Dr. Hubel, Hubel. And I mean, the amounts of fentanyl that he was giving these people,
wow.
we they don't even give a an eighth of that when they're putting you to sleep for surgery.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll give you 25 or 75 micrograms
Mm-hmm.
of fentanyl when they're getting ready to put you to sleep. They'll give cancer patients a max dose of 75 micrograms.
Mm.
This doctor was given 2,000, 4,000, as much as 6,000 micrograms in
Oh,
one
word.
huge dose. And then he would give that plus morphine, plus Versed, and then take them off a ventilator.
Oh, my word.
They never
That's
took
horrible.
one breath on their own.
Mm.
And he says he was doing it for compassion. No, no, you were killing those people.
Mm. 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 I
I
mean,
wasn't
I've
compassion.
I've heard and seen horror stories of people doing that, and going in and giving people shots in their IVs and stuff and killing them and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how
Yep.
did you manage to get into the medical field to and then to turn around and be that uh, evil and vindictive to do that to another human being that has done nothing to you?
But what gave them the right to think they
That's-
could play God? That's what
Yeah,
I want to know. Where in
yeah,
their psyche did somebody tell them it was okay for them to play God? That's the same thing the Nazis did.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yep.
know I had to have an upper GI done and a lower GI done, and the doctor that was doing it was a doctor in Nashville, and he is very highly recommended. And when I first met him, he seemed like he was, okay, he was fine. I had some hamburger meat stuck in my esophagus, and
Yeah.
it was blocking my airway.
Ooh.
So they had to go in and stretch my esophagus and get that stuff out of there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I seen them coming at me with that needle, and it had that white medicine in it, and I'm like,
Propofol. That's called milk of amnesia.
and I looked at him and I said, I know you're not giving me that, right? And they're like, yes, ma'am, it's just a local anesthesia. I said, no, isn't that the stuff that killed, MJ? Uh,
Yep.
and I said, they're like, yes, ma'am, but we know what we're doing. I said, yeah, that's what his doctor said too.
Right.
No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no.
Propofol.
You give me a shot of a little dose of morphine and put me to sleep for a few minutes. I'll be fine with that. I'll wake up with a bad headache, but don't give me don't no no you know,
Yeah, that's why they
or a
switched
little dose of
over.
Demerol or something like that. I can handle that, but don't give me that stuff right there.
Yeah, that's why they switched over to doing fentanyl and Versed. Versed is what
Mm-mm,
makes you not remember
mm-mm,
anything. And then, of course, the fentanyl is for, to keep you from experiencing pain.
mm-mm. I don't want
But
none of it. I mean, I'm not in that much discomfort when I have the upper GI or the lower GI done. You don't have to give me nothing after that. I'll go on home and I'll take care of myself. Uh, I'll be just fine. Just do like I ask you and give me what I ask you because that other stuff I don't want nothing to do with it. I
yeah,
really don't.
I don't.
And
I mean, I when I um had to have my shoulder fixed after I fell and busted it,
mm-hmm,
they gave me propofol,
mm,
and um I like propofol better than fentanyl. And the simple reason I like it is because when they reverse it, you wake up so much better. But I mean, they reverse fentanyl too, but it's almost like an hour or two later. If
mm-hmm,
you're not full of been flushed with fluids,
mm-hmm,
your liver and your kidneys don't always excrete that leftover.
mm-hmm.
And so you find yourself getting sleepy again, like an hour or two later.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like fentanyl.
Mm. As
But
far as I know, I've never. I don't think they've ever given me that. But I did have to go back and see that doctor again a year later. And when I went back up there to see him a year later to reschedule for another colonoscopy, um, he came into that room. His eyes looked like they were just bulging out of his head.
mm,
And when he walked out of the room, this one over here looked at me and she said, Mom, what is wrong with that doctor? I said, I don't know, honey, but whatever it is, Mama ain't agreeing to nothing he says. And Mama will be finding me another doctor. And I called in. I said, y'all find me another. I don't know what's going on with this doctor. But when he come in that room and his eyes is popping out of his sockets, uh-uh. No, he wired up on something. And no, ma'am. I would not go back. I refuse to go back and see him. There was no way.
and see, most people wouldn't even paid it any attention.
Oh no. I pay very close attention to these doctors.
Oh
And
yeah, you
so,
have to nowadays. You have
uh,
to,
yeah, because you don't know what they're messed up on.
right? And
I mean,
trust me, I have seen. I've actually turned a couple of doctors in that I worked side by side with in the ER, and I knew, I told
mhm,
one doctor that came up and said, gave me an order to give this patient
mhm,
this certain medicine at this dose. And I looked at him and I said, say what?
yeah,
And he repeated it. And I said, well, first of all, I don't take verbal orders in an emergency situation. So go over there to the chart and write it down. So he did, and I read it. It was the same thing that he said. I
mm-mm,
handed it back to him and I said, I'm sorry, but this dose is way off the chart and I'm not comfortable giving it. So either you find another nurse to do it or you go give it yourself.
mhm,
And I went straight out of the emergency room, went to my director, And I said, I'm not doing it. You can fire me now, but I'm not giving that dose.
Yeah.
And so she went to the ER and looked at the chart. And by then, he had changed his mind and
Mm.
lowered the dose. I was like, uh huh.
That's nuts.
So it's up to that nurse to recognize when something's fishy and say, no, no. But that's why I
Yeah.
couldn't believe this doctor that's on trial. Why in God's name were all these nurses in this ICU bypassing the Pyxis system to draw up these doses and give them? What the
Yeah.
heck?
Yeah.
Were they
That is
out of
crazy.
their damn mind? They
That's
had to have been out of their mind. Mm-mm.
that's crazy.
So I'm waiting because I want to see when they go on trial. I
Yeah.
want to see what their excuse was. Because, well, it's a doctor's order and I'm there to follow doctor's orders. No, you're not. Not if they're wrong.
Mm-mm. No. That's mm-mm.
You have a right to refuse a doctor's order if it is of the detriment to the patient.
Right. Right.
So, but anyway,
That's just I'm at loss for words. I'm just like now. See, I'm glad I stick to my guns when it comes to some of the things that these doctors send you to go get tested for and stuff like that.
yep,
Um, if it has anything to do with putting you to sleep, I'll tell them straight up. Don't you give me any of that white liquid, and don't you give me any of that other stuff over there. You give me something that my body's familiar with, and I'm familiar with, and I know how it works with me and my body. Um,
right,
if I feel like I got a little hangover afterwards, well, that's my problem. I
right,
will deal with it.
right,
And I
right.
can tell when that Demerol, when they put that Demerol in that IV, I'm like, yep, I feel it already.
Yep.
I'm
You can
starting to
taste
get
it
the
too.
headache. I'm starting to get the headache, and I'm starting to get everything else. But you know what? It's all good because I'll be just fine. I might be a little groggy for a few hours after that, but I will get past it.
Hmm.
And
Absolutely. You are your own best advocate. If you're
and my
not
redheaded daughter,
comfortable,
yeah,
say something. If you're scared to say it to the doctor, tell the nurse.
I ain't
You
scared to
know,
tell neither one of them. I tell them both.
well, I
Yeah,
I'm not afraid to tell them either, but
yeah,
I'm just saying a
yeah,
lot of people are intimidated by
mhm,
physicians.
yeah,
They don't want to hurt their feelings. They don't want to upset them. They don't want to heck with that. If you're uncomfortable and you don't want to tell the doctor,
mhm,
then you tell the nurse.
yeah, yeah. And I've even told that to the anesthesiologist when they come
Hmm.
in and talk to me about what kind of anesthesia they were using. And I was like, no, I would prefer you not use that, even though you would like to use that. I'm not
Right. And they have
comfortable with it.
options. They have all
And they're
kind of
like, okay,
options.
well, what? Oh, yeah. And I've talked to him about it, and I told him, I said, "Well, I'd prefer you to use this, or this because my body, because of past experiences, I know that my body can handle this better than it can the other stuff, and I just feel more comfortable with that,
Right.
you know, and versus this other new stuff that y'all are. No, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not
Right.
comfortable with it. I'm not a guinea pig." And I
Right.
don't want experimental drugs and stuff like that. I've had psychologists tried to give me a new experimental drugs to try. And I'd look at them, I said, have you lost your mind?
Right.
Well, this is supposed to be better than that and this and that. And I was like, yeah, but I know how this works with me, okay? I've
And
been on
see,
that before.
I am, you know, if you tell me what this drug is made of and you show me that it is, in fact, being used in a controlled environment,
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it. I'll do it
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
You know, nobody ever thought they would put people with rheumatoid arthritis on chemo meds, but they
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
and it works. And yes, it has adverse reactions.
Mm.
Your hair falls out, you get sick all the time, you puke all the time, your
Yeah.
nails turn yellow.
Mm.
There's adverse reactions,
Yeah.
but it keeps me where I can move. My joints move.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
There was um a drug that a lot of people were on. It was I can't remember the name of it, but it was causing people to actually forget things, and then they ended up um, killing
Ambien,
no, it was not Ambien. It was a no, because I take Ambien. Ambien does not affect me like that. Um, but it just makes me sleep for about 3 or 4 hours, and then I'm back awake again. Um,
I
that
went driving at 4 o'clock in the morning with nothing on but flip flops, a tank top, and my underwear.
oh my goodness,
Yeah. Hmm.
bless your heart. No, this one, it's not Seroquel. It was something. I'm trying to think of. It was a pretty strong pill. Um, oh goodness, I wished I could remember the name of it. Um, what is some of that matter? But it was causing people to kill people, and
Prozac,
huh?
Prozac,
Yes, Prozac.
Prozac. Yeah.
And the doctors, they put me on that in Hawaii when I was over there, and I could before I started taking that medicine, I had no problems going back and forth to the doctor's office and stuff like that, and going to other things, doing regular everyday things, and working and um, doing my work at the Red Cross and all that stuff. It was
Hmm.
fine. When they put me on that, within 3 days, I was just, I was, oh my gosh, that stuff. I took it and flushed it down the toilet. I quit taking it immediately when it started affecting me like that. And I called the doctor, and he says, no, you need to come back. We need to up your dosage. I said, you need to, no,
No.
no, you don't. Not when I'm stopping in the middle of H1, breaking down, having a fit because I can't remember where I got to turn to get to the hospital. I don't think so. Y'all could take that and shove it up as far as you can get it because it's going down the toilet. You understand? I'm not doing it. I'm not taking
Yes, southernmost. You are
it. Mm-mm.
correct. It made them 10 times more suicidal.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, and, but yet it's still on the market. It's still prescribed and people are still taking it. And those people have had no problems. Once again, we're talking about adverse reactions.
Hmm. And just
What
like
affects you
yeah,
is not going to affect maybe, but you know, maybe 100 other people in the world.
yeah,
So once again, you know, but the whole thing with Ambien and Lunesta is, most people don't know this, but here I am educating. Ambien and Lunesta are the same class of drugs. They're meant to help people try to stay asleep longer. But those two medications work in the brain the same exact way that uh, anesthesia works, the same part of the brain. So your brain is fooled into thinking you've just been given anesthesia. And some people don't have any problems whatsoever. You know, none whatsoever. They go to
Yeah.
sleep, they sleep 4 straight hours, 5 hours, they wake up, they're just fine. I took it the first night, and I when I did wake up at 4:30 something in the morning, I have no idea how I drove there. I have no idea how long I was there,
Mm.
but luckily I didn't take my purse or nothing. I had my phone, and I called my husband, and I said, "Come and get me." He said, "Where are you?" I said, "I don't know. I am
Oh
in
my
the
goodness.
parking lot of a store. I don't know if I'm in my town, another town, or anything else."
Oh
So,
wait.
yeah, we had police and highway patrol and all kind of people searching empty parking lots for me.
Oh my goodness, girl.
Yeah,
Now my
thank God they
mom,
found me.
they put my mom on Ambien, and I told my brother before they even put her on Ambien, do not let the doctors put her on Ambien because of all the other medications that she's already on. That Ambien is going to mess her up. I'm going to tell you right now. He didn't
Hmm.
believe me. He let them put her on that. She was running around the trailer park in her pajamas, beating on people's door where she
Uh
had her
huh.
trailer at, and doing god awful stuff. And just, and I told I said, I told you, don't let them put her on that. You know,
Hey,
there's other stuff to help her to go to sleep. Go buy her some melatonin.
right?
You know,
Hell,
I said,
give her a Valium, give her an Ativan.
you
You
can't give
know,
her Valium. She'll fight you tooth and nail. She'll think she's
Uh,
Hercules on that. So, yeah,
I love you, Malachi.
I'm glad to see you stopped in to say hello.
We're just chit chatting away.
Yeah, we've been on here since 6:30.
Yep, hour and a half.
We're making
But
up for lost time.
that's what happens when people get me started on medical stuff.
Yeah.
I end up with mouth diarrhea, and it just all comes rolling out.
Well, sometimes it's a good thing, you know.
Yep. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
I hear you.
But
Bless your heart.
Malachi, don't you want to join us?
I just told her I was fixing to email her. I'll email her a link, and if she wants to come up for a few, I would love to see her. Haven't seen her in a while.
Me too. I've
She
watched for her to have videos, so
she She did cut her hair the last time I seen her.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, she said I said, "Did you go get your hair done?" She said, "Nope, I did it myself."
Oh my goodness.
But it looks good. It looks good. Miss Malachi sent you a
Oh,
link if you would like to join me and Miss Michelle.
she said she's tired. She worked all day, so she'll just sit in the chat.
Seriously?
Right? You got us here begging.
I'm gonna cry.
I'll cry too.
My heart is broken.
Malachi don't want us.
She don't love us anymore. No,
Oh.
she loves us, but where's the crying eyes at here in this thing?
Yeah, put them one with them big old tears.
I'm trying to find it. I see everything. Yeah, here it is. The streaming, just streaming with cry.
Oh, look at her. She's laughing so hard she's crying.
I'm gonna do it again.
But
Bless her heart. Love you. She said she was a hairstylist when she was younger. I can
yeah,
believe that. Yeah.
I should go to her. I should get on the plane and go to her and have her figure out a way to glue a wig on my head.
Wow. Um,
Yeah.
to okay. Um, I don't think you have to go that far, but I know that some of the neighbor girls around here and stuff they use like a I don't know. It looks kind of like a stocking, but it's not really a stocking. I don't know what they call it, but you put this like glue around through here and stuff, and then you put that on, and then you have to like cut the excess of it off, and um,
Trish, Trish, that was
gorilla
Trish.
glue.
Ah, I'm gonna try it. I swear I am.
No, don't you try the gorilla
I'm
glue.
gonna try it.
That would be like that girl that was on YouTube
Hey,
that you
Miss Mary. I
I'm
know
Mary
that's what she's talking about.
she used that gorilla glue for something. Now maybe to use it a little tad of it to pull the wrinkles back, that might be okay, but
Right.
I don't know about that. Oh my goodness.
Train my cat to sit on my head. But wait, my cat's gray. Oh Lord.
My daughter sent me a picture of her cat, and he was sitting on her computer. And yes, he knows how to turn the laptop to airplane mode. And yes, he knows how to pull his picture up on the computer. And yes, he knows how to shut StreamYard off real quick.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, he has been watching you too long. And
Malachi, I bought me the prettiest silver gray wig. And I love this wig. I love it. But even though I bought the silicone headbands
uh-huh.
to, keep it from moving or whatever, it's like it shrinks up, like the elastic is too tight in the cap and it shrinks up on the crown of my head. It's weird. I've never had one do that. So I was like, okay, that's it. Super glue. I asked Bethany, where's the super glue? I'm gonna put 2 dots right here in the center of my head. So yeah, it pulled not only my little peach fuzz out, but it also pulled my skin off.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Miss
So
Michelle, can you hold the fort down a minute? Y'all
I
go ahead and
sure
make
can.
I have to run to the little girl's room up here. Y'all
I'm
talking about
not
the gorilla glue.
okay. We will. But I love this wig, Malachi. I wish you could see it. It is the prettiest color. And it almost has a purplish, very faint in the sunshine. Like, oh, it's just beautiful. And it is so soft. And my son saw me in it and he's like, oh, mama, I love your hair. I was like, not bad for being fake, kind of son. He's like, no, that's not fake. I said, son, you know, mama's bald. So, you know, but he loved it. He loved it. I would, I mean, it is get you a wig, Malka, and make a, yeah, that's funny, Mary. Yeah, but I want to wear this wig. I grab it every time I'm going to go out, every time. And then I think, no, because it, it's, it's too, you know, maybe I have a fat head. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, stop it. No, you don't. I've seen you out behind your grandchildren's picture.
Maybe I just have a fat head. I don't know what size the cap is because it don't say, but I do know there's small, medium, large caps on wigs, but this one doesn't say. Yeah, that's but it doesn't it doesn't tell me like that specific one, and it doesn't tell me, it doesn't give me the option, maybe that's a better word, to pick a size. So
Miss Mary.
fat head, big brain. I don't know about big brain now. I think I've reached that age where it starts shrinking.
Oh my goodness.
Now, I just want to say this. Imagine if we just did a StreamYard without going live on YouTube and all of us could sit and chit chat in, like face to face, all
Mm-hmm.
in one place.
Mm-hmm.
That should be called Girls Night Out.
Well, I can only do 9 people in StreamYard with myself. I can do up to 10. That's all it will allow me. me.
Well, I mean, we don't have that many people in here. We got Malachi,
I
Mary.
know, but I don't have everybody's email addresses. I mean, I got yours. I got Miss Deb's. Southernmost Illinois. I don't know if I've got hers. I did have mine running across the bottom of the screen, but I took it off because some of them was leaving. But there it is again. I'll put it back up there. And if y'all want to write down my email address and send me your email address and tell me who you are in the chat room, I will be more than happy to. Uh, and we can do that. We can use a past live stream link and do a little girls' private chit chat. We could do that.
Really and truly, all you have to do is go to StreamYard and tell StreamYard you want to start a meeting, and then it'll ask you up at the top, um, how do you want to send the link? Because you can send a link by text message too. And then it'll ask you, it'll give you a list, and you click on the people, and it'll send them that link. You don't ever have to touch YouTube. You don't even have to open YouTube up.
Yes, ma'am.
It's just like a Zoom meeting.
Yep. And
So,
I have, oh, snickerdoodles. I'm trying to remember what it was. Um, there is well, Google only gives you a free 1 hour thing. Um, so, um, in southernmost Illinois says my camera is blurry. Uh, yeah, and thank you, Miss Malachi. My daughter Sierra was teaching me how to do it from her StreamYard because she thought she needed to sign up for StreamYard. So she signed up for it. So she's been teaching me some stuff because, I'm still a little illiterate. So, but I'm getting there. Hey, and I did the 30-second intro.
yep,
I,
she did.
so she's teaching me as she learns.
I just think that would be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, y'all want to do that Friday night? We can do that Friday night.
Let's do it.
We can
So
we can
y'all better email her, and if we need to, we'll take turns. If I need to jump off so somebody else can jump on, no problem at all. So, if we need to take turns, we can take turns.
if I can get 9 of y'all to send me an email. Well, I know Miss Malachi, and I know Miss ICU, Miss Deb, um,
Trish,
and Trish. Well, Trish is going to be on the road. Um,
Mary.
Miss Mary Thomas. I don't know if I got. Yeah, I would love to have her up. I don't know that I got her email. Uh,
Mary, email her, or I can send it to you if she wants me to.
or yeah, you can if you have Mary's email address. When
Yeah,
I send you the link, you could just forward it to her if she
okay.
wants to join. Or if you have southernmost Illinois, she
I
says her
don't have
camera
I don't
blurry.
have southernmost. You
And
don't even have to turn your camera on. If I don't want y'all to see me laying in this bed. You don't oh, she just sent it. Mary did sent you her email. Um, you don't have to turn your camera on. You can just sit there and voice chat with us.
yeah, yeah. You do like Miss Miss Michelle's doing there.
Yep. We could do trivia night, and we could do all kinds of stuff.
I don't know how to do the tribute now. That's some of them other channels that know how to do all that.
You just ask questions. What was the first antibiotic created? You know, what was the
Penicillin?
first?
Was it
Yes.
penicillin?
Mm-hmm.
By accident?
Well, kind of, sort of, yeah. Um, what was the first horse that won the Kentucky Derby?
Oh God, I don't even know. I
You
don't
know,
even remember that one. Yeah, we can make up stuff as we go along. Us
yeah.
women, we got the gift of gab anyway, and we can gab about anything.
Malachi, that would be you. Who's got the most chocolate night? That would be you.
Oh, uh,
And see, yeah, let's do that. And we get somebody to keep points. You get a point for every right answer. It don't matter if two people answers or three at the same time. We'll keep tabs, and then at the end of the month, whoever has the most points will get a box of candy from somebody.
well, now that's really going to help the diet, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. It'll get you through to that next month. It will make you feel so loved until you start that next month. Bible
Yeah.
quiz, absolutely. Yes. See?
Miss Mary, I just sent you back another email to let you know that I got it, sweetie.
I think. Well, we could send them fruit then. They get to choose. Do you want chocolates or do you want fruit and nuts? They get a choice.
And you were talking about wigs.
Uh-huh.
There is something that popped up in my email.
Uh-huh.
It said cheap wigs, human hair wigs, celebrity wigs, and 7 others.
Well, forward that to me.
And that was popped up on my little one's Facebook. I'm like,
There
really?
you go. Absolutely, Suburban. I totally agree. Chocolate covered fruits and nuts. Amen.
Oh yeah. Now I was looking for some chocolate covered raisins the other day and couldn't find none. So I
Oh,
really ain't got no room to talk.
that's a big. Have you tried the chocolate covered blueberries? Girlfriend,
No, ma'am.
just saying. Just saying.
Mm-mm.
It's listening to us, right, Mary?
Yep.
See? It heard me talking about wigs.
Yep. Yep. It hears everything.
There you go. Put some dark chocolate chips in it, Mary. Healthy.
You making
But
homemade
I
yogurt,
think,
Miss Mary?
see, I wish I could eat yogurt, but I can't. I can't get past the smell. It smells like spoilt milk. Well, put your cacao powder in there.
She is such a sweetie.
She is.
I can't wait until Friday night. Now y'all got me hyped up about Friday night and us doing a ladies' night in stream. Well, I'll have to use an old stream because if I set up a
Everybody
new,
has to be in. Yeah.
If I set up a new one, it'll show up on YouTube. So I'll have to use a past, like tonight's stream. Uh, I could
Oh, okay.
resend the links and stuff out and stuff. Don't like dark chocolate milk.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it too. Here we go. Who got us talking about food now?
Me. Woo woo. Guilty.
Uh,
Guilty as charged.
she said guilty as charged.
But I think it
I'm
would be
gonna
so much fun.
what time's a good time?
Anytime for me.
Ladies, what's a good time for y'all for Friday night? I dropped Miss Tricia's link again for the Rumble page for some of y'all that just popped in here. If y'all want to sign up over to Rumble to Wiley Living and follow their adventure on the convoy.
Amen. Dudley cheesecake. My all-time favorite. But I have learned how to make cheesecake with Splenda.
I like the cheesecake. I'm not I like it. I can eat it. I can eat just about any one of them that they make. Um, but it's not my like go-to thing.
Ooh, it's mine, especially now that I can make it with no sugar.
You're welcome, Miss Mary. I've been dropping it off and on during the chat. Yep, that's the right one this time. So, um, chocolate cheesecake,
Now,
yeah.
see, I don't like the chocolate and cheesecake mixed together. I just don't.
I think
But
it's like a chocolate caramel one or something.
the fruit ones, I can eat peach, cherry, all of those. But I don't too much like chocolate with cheesecake. I don't know why, but give me a cherry cheesecake and I'm all over it. I'll eat the whole thing.
And
I ain't lying.
Malachi sitting here talking about a chocolate sponge cake with fresh fruit.
Ooh, now that sounds good.
It does. So does German chocolate cake right now that I got over there in my cabinet.
Listen to Mary. She
Or
don't put fruit.
pineapple upside down.
Oh, now that and German chocolate cake, my two all-time favorites. Oh, mm,
And
mm, mm.
I love the white cake with the frosting with the coconut and the strawberries. That was my grandparents' favorite cake. It was actually what was it? Strawberry cream. It was a white cake, and it had some kind of cream filling in the middle of it with strawberries.
Carrot cake.
And oh yeah, I love carrot cake too.
Mm-hmm.
I got the mix for that too. Except, see, we
Now,
all can't.
see,
If we could all,
I
if I knew we was all going to have a group meeting, I'd fix us a cake and some little desserts and some tea and coffee.
yes, Lord. Mm-mm-mm.
And
Now,
look,
I
that
can eat
chocolate
carrot
angel food
cake.
cake. Mm,
I can eat carrot cake with or without icing. Either way,
yeah, yeah. I'm the
because
same way, but I gotta
I'm
have that
very
fresh.
much a spice cake person.
Hmm. Yeah, it is good with or without icing, and it's good with fresh carrots ground up real good in it and nuts in it.
Oh, yes. And a
Ugh.
little extra nutmeg. and a
She's
little extra clove. I love
never
it.
had it with clove in it.
Oh, girlfriend. That's a southern thing.
Unless my granny made it and I didn't know it.
Most people they use allspice, which allspice
Mhm.
has some clove in it. So, yep,
I hear that, Malachi. See, if I fix one, I'd be stuck with it. If I fix the pineapple upside down cake, I'd be stuck with it. Peach cobbler, or
yep,
blackberry cobbler, cherry cobbler, any of that stuff, I'd be the only one eating it. So I'd only have to make just a small portion for myself.
yep.
And I got an apple crumb pie over here
You
in the
told us about
freezer.
that last time.
I know, and it's still
I,
over there in the freezer.
I told you cook it, cut it up, and put it in different containers and put it back in the freezer.
I
All you
just,
gotta do is let it thaw out.
oh,
Yeah.
I've been waiting for my daughter to come home from South Carolina for a visit.
Oh. All right, woman.
She said they cry out from the kitchen.
Malachi. Malachi.
And Mary said she said Mary says she could eat the ice and skip the cake.
All right, now you're going to have to hold the fort down.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll be right back.
All right, just be careful, ma'am. I know it is hard. It is hard. It is very hard. And buying them little Debbie snack cakes and stuff is it's not the same. It's not the same. Now my dad, he used to like to buy like the little cakes, the little yellow cakes. They're small and round, and he'd put do the strawberries and ice cream and stuff on it. Those were good. Or just taking a pound cake and doing something like that with some fruit and stuff is good. If you like pound cake. Yeah, I know, Malachi. If you don't eat them, if you don't buy them, you can't eat them. I know that's right. Oh, well, that's good. He's been good at not buying too much junk food. Now, I ain't even gonna lie. I did buy some of the pecan. Uh, what were they? Is it some of the pecan shortbread cookies? I haven't opened them, but I did buy some. Sydney don't like them, so I don't have to worry about her eating them. And Sierra's not here to eat them, so I can break them down and make uh, do like Miss Michelle said, break them down into small portions. Yes, yes, southernmost, exactly. They are delicious. They are good. I know we're taunting ourselves. But we will be all right. As long as we talk about it and we don't act on it, that's the good thing. Or just in moderation. You gotta have that's just like a homemade sweet potato pie now. I like sweet potato pie. I like pumpkin pie. And Malachi got the sugar-free chocolate chip cookies. She likes them. She likes them, Miss Mary. You can't say you don't like something until you try it. You know, you have to
I'm
try it.
back.
I was over
I'm
here the other
back.
day trying to make me some sweet potato French fries, and I had a big old long sweet potato, and I cut it in half because I knew I wouldn't eat the whole thing. Uh, I almost burnt the stupid sweet potatoes,
Oh
but
my.
they don't come out like they do when you go to the restaurant and get them. They come out
No.
different at home.
Yeah.
And then when I was at the grocery store, I seen that they had the bag of frozen sweet potatoes, and I was like, "Do I? No, I don't want those. I just rather just buy me and just do it myself and just sprinkle just a little cornstarch on it and roll it up. Roll them in them real light and um, throw them in the oven." That's the first time I ever tried using cornstarch. That's probably why they looked like they were burnt, but they were still good.
Well, that's good.
I eat them all. And then when I went out to have dinner with some of the family, I ordered me a sweet potato, and the girl's like, "Do you want it loaded?" I said, "You can load it with everything except for the marshmallows. I don't want the marshmallows."
Oh, I got to have the marshmallows.
And she's like, "Yes, ma'am." So, but the syrup and the pecans that the butter and pecan and brown sugar syrup or whatever it is, they mix it and
Yeah.
put on. That was really good with it.
Yep. They used to make that like, the over in the ice cream section, they have those jars of the toppings for ice cream,
Uh
and
huh.
one of them is that brown sugar syrup with the walnuts or pecans.
Uh
It's the same stuff.
huh. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I love it. It's good with the marshmallows, but when the marshmallows come on your sweet potato and it's bigger than the sweet potato, that's just too much marshmallow for me.
Oh, they're supposed to use mini marshmallows. Don't
I
they
don't
know
know.
that?
I don't know what they use. They must have used them big camping ones, them great big ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was, yeah, no, I accidentally got. I mean, I got one. It wasn't by accident, but I did tell them to go ahead and load it one time, and they brought that, and I'm like, yeah, that's too much. What is that, Cool Whip? And I was like, no, that's marshmallow. And I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to go to the side over here. I mean, I tried it a little bit here and there. It was good with it all, but I could not. That was just too rich for me, so I couldn't eat it. I ate the sweet potato though. I didn't leave nothing but the skin on the sweet potato.
I love sweet potatoes. Geez, Ammo, thanks. Appreciate it. Not a problem. Trying to give me a bath?
Uh-oh. Is it your
Yeah.
pet?
Yeah, my key cat, Ammo.
Good name.
Yeah. And his brother, the gray one, is called Sarge.
Okay.
You can tell I'm a military family. All my son's animals are named after the, you know, uh, like, uh, I'll spell it backwards. Okay. Nug.
Oh, okay.
Nugs.
Oh,
He names
wow.
all of his animals after one type or another.
Wow. Well, my daughter named her cat. What was his name?
There it is.
Erebus.
Oh, I like that.
she's really into Greek mythology and stuff like that. So she's always been a nerd for that. And well, she's not really a nerd. I don't meant to call her a nerd, but she really likes Greek mythology. And when she was in, oh, what was it that she was in school where they did contests and stuff about Greek mythology and stuff? I can't remember the name of it now. Is abbreviation for it. But she got to go to all these contests and stuff that they were having in Nashville and won a lot of first place ribbons and stuff.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
she would even teach her teachers some stuff. She'd say, raise her hand if the teacher said something wrong, and she'd correct the teacher. She's like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to correct you, but nope, that's wrong. She was good for that. So, well, Linda, I don't know if you're still in the chat room or not, but tell Joey I said hi and I love him. She might be sitting there on the sidelines listening in. I don't know. But, and I don't know if Miss Deb is still here or who else is still in here.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm glad that all the ladies and gentlemen popped in here to say hello
Yes.
and stuff. And Miss Malachi, I'm so glad to see you in here. And I know the other ladies are glad to see you as well.
I definitely am.
And is there anything else I'm forgetting to drop in the chat room for anybody? Do I need to drop anybody else's link, or would anybody else like, or has everybody got everybody's link so far?
I think I'm sub to everybody.
And Meemaw, I want to thank you again for stopping in, you and Big Matt.
Yep.
We're not talking about fishing, so although
Matt
the other,
Run.
although the other day would have been a good day to sit on the riverbank and throw a fishing line in to catch a couple of fish when the river was up.
Right. Good night, Miss Suburban. Thank you.
Good night, Suburban. Thank you, sweetie, and much love to you. You have a peaceful night. And I know if Trish and them are leaving out tomorrow, she's probably trying to get last minute things together.
Yep.
Where are you going, Malachi? Are you leaving us already? I hope not. I mean, I understand if you had to work today. And she's trying to flip herself and get back on a different schedule. Oh, okay. She said, no, I'm still here. She's saying goodnight to and telling everybody it was good to be in the chat room.
Yep. Look, she's making coffee. She's just getting started.
She's always drinking coffee. When her and I was in a chat room last week um, and talking, the sun was already gone down, but I got to see the sunrise, and she showed me a little bit around her yard and her little gardening and stuff that um, she's got doing and stuff. It's so pretty over there.
It is. It's so lush and green.
Yeah. It would be nice to go over there and visit and look around and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I want to go to the castle, the big castle.
Do you?
Like, mm-hmm. I want to walk in and say hello to the queen. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they'd let us peasants in there to say hello.
Well, they probably wouldn't, but I could pretend.
Yeah, yeah,
I even know how to curtsy.
I hear you. Yeah, I learned how to do all that stuff myself.
Hmm. I am worried about the queen, though. I am really worried that she's sicker than they're telling.
Yeah. Well, some people uh, say that she may have already passed away and it's somebody else standing in for her, but I couldn't tell you that. I don't know.
Now,
And
why would they do that?
I you know how some people are? They like to tell stuff that they don't got no facts to back it up, you know?
I,
Uh,
I, I, I don't.
I-
Because you know Charles wants to be sitting his butt on that throne.
yeah. Well, he may get a chance and he may not. Who knows? Uh,
I
I
personally want Prince William and Catherine on the throne.
yeah, yeah. I couldn't tell you. I don't have no dog in that race, so I'm just gonna. That's an AB conversation. I'm just gonna see myself out of that one. So,
Yep.
people like to talk. That's just like they say. Nobody's up in DC. Ain't nobody been up in DC this whole time, and uh, other activity things are going on inside the big house up there, and um, that they're setting off stuff inside the White House and taking down the second floor and yada this and that. And I mean, you
I
see
know.
video footages of stuff, but um,
It don't mean nothing.
no, because
I've seen videos of this fight going on over yonder,
yeah,
and then I go and I Google videos of, the Crimean War.
yeah,
And lo and behold, there's the exact same video.
yeah,
Imagine that.
yeah, yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
you don't know really what's going on over here or back over there or back over here.
Hmm.
It's a false illusion. Um,
Yeah.
being played being tricked. I
Yep.
can't pronounce the correct word that I was looking for there. So, and yeah, Mary, I know we all have.
Yep.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh. Hi, sis.
Hey, Malachi.
Hiya.
Woo woo.
You look all blue over there.
It's a TV screen. Is that better?
Thank you.
Hello, beautiful.
Hiya.
How are you?
Look, there she is with them
Look,
cookies.
she's gonna eat in front of us. Shame. Shame.
Skinny cookies.
Look,
She's
Oh,
gonna look. That looks just like a chocolate chip cookie.
yep.
sugar free, and it tastes the same.
Yep.
Well, Mary, now you've seen the cookies, Miss Mary. Oh my goodness! So
I
you
got a
had to
phone.
work today.
I got a phone call to go into work at the last minute tonight. There was something that they forgot to say was booked, and I had to race round And when I got round, then the boss texted to say that they cancelled. And it was bucketing down with rain, and I got soaked. So I've been sneezing from I come in.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
I had to go to bed for a while. It's stormy over here again.
Oh no.
oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
It was in the 70s here today, and
Wow.
I was sweating my tush off. I went and got the oil changed and some other things done, some bills paid, and run the car through the car wash after going up and visiting Trish and Dudley Sunday. Sydney and I made a day trip out of it and went there to visit Trish and Dudley, and we went out to dinner, and then we went back and did the weigh-in on Trisha's channel and stuff, and then Sydney and I rode back home, and from where there was still a little bit of snow up there near the Springfield, Illinois, um, and salt on the roads. I had to wash my car because it was just a special kind of filthy. So, and then I went out and was re-cleaning all the windows and stuff and putting rain. What did I say? Rain-X on it?
Rain-X.
Yeah. To see how that's going to work. I may still go back out and use the shaving cream and see how that does too over the Rain-X.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I can't wait to get out and get a bit of gardening done. I've been watching, the gardening programs. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm planning everything in my head what I want to plant this year, and I'm starting looking around. Where I'm going to move things to and stuff. But I can't do a thing because the weather with the storms here is that bad.
Mm.
Mary, you're up around you're up near New York. You're not near New York, but you're somewhere up in that area, aren't you? Or you
She's
over
in Maine.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, because I knew that they were supposed to get some snow. She said they got some snow there last night. Yeah, or was yeah, it
Program.
snowed last night, and it was nice today.
There's a wee
Okay.
program I was watching about these ladies that sell wigs, and they try them on. I'll try to get the name for it off at ICU for you, and
Okay.
they do some beautiful wigs. And they're somewhere in America. They're an American company. It's two ladies, and they buy
Oh,
these wigs in all different, lengths and sizes and colors and styles. And
oh, that would be awesome.
showed you them trying them on, and here's me, oh, there's beautiful those wigs, and they were showing you how to put them on, and they had wee clips here at the ears, to make
Mm.
sure that it's centered and all. And you can go in and you can have a try on with them. Now they are expensive, but I think they're a couple of $100 per wig. But
Mm. That's not too bad.
they are beautiful. You want to see the colors and the style. And the sale a range of Raquel Welch wigs as
Oh,
well.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And you just give them a shake, and
Yep.
put them on. And just put your fingers through them, and that's it.
Yep.
My
Miss
heart.
Mary, that's funny. She said any further north, I'd be in Canada. Bless your heart.
That's true.
Wow.
But
So
one thing,
Malachi, are you in for Friday night? Us ladies sit here in StreamYard and do a group chat
uh-huh,
and just
yeah,
hang out.
uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I'll email
Yay.
what I got and stuff and see who all we can get to join us, and we'll probably start well around 7 or so because Miss Deb, she's been working late hours, so I don't know that, we'll have to check with her and see if she can join us. She
Yeah.
may just want to rest after a long week like that. Bless her heart.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'll get us some women. I'll see what I can get us in here and stuff. And
That will
like I
be
said, if
so
I don't
much
have
fun.
their if I don't have their email address and you do, you can always email them and forward it to them, and
Okay.
just let me know who it is, and that way when they pop up, the I've got to. I think I might have to send StreamYard another payment. I can't remember if I'm paid up or if I owe a payment. I haven't got nothing in my email, but I'm sure I will.
Oh, yeah. They'll find you.
You
Michelle,
know.
your sound's far better. Did you change your microphone or something? Because usually
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're, it breaks up, and it's very hard to hear when you're speaking or when you're finished, And I'm going, oh no, if I'm talking over, because I thought you'd finished, but I couldn't hear you. You were fluctuating, but you're crystal clear tonight.
Good. I bought a set of, like, the high dollar gaming
Uh-huh.
ones that has the microphone with the boom on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
It's really good.
Miss
Good. Thank
Mary,
you.
Miss Mary, that is funny. She said last year I cut and dyed my hair a bright blue, and it was so funny.
I know.
Did she look like a blueberry?
I don't know.
A blue gummy bear.
Or a wee
When she talks, you just want to reach through there and squeeze her little cheeks. So I'll just call her a blue gummy bear.
or a wee smurf?
Or Smurf. Yeah, we can do Smurf. Oh, see, she called herself Smurf.
There used to be batteries over here, and had a copper colored top. You called them Duracell, and all the adverts was on the TV, about Duracell with the copper colored top.
Yeah.
And I was in my friend's house this day, and her sister come running in, and she had her hood up, and she was raging, and we were going, "What the heck's happened?" She said she was round at a friend's house, and she talked her into dyeing her hair, and she says, "Look, I look like a Duracell battery."
Yeah.
Bright red.
Oh, how cute. A copper top battery.
Miss Mary, I just sent you an email.
The
That's
copper
funny.
top. Yep. That's our number one selling battery over here.
Mm-hmm.
And Energizer is the second one.
Mm-hmm. We've got them too.
Y'all see
Twos and
what Miss Mary put?
what is she saying?
Mary, she said she got put in Facebook jail because some guy liked a lawn gnome. I said, "You're a lawn gnome. I'm a smurf. We should go stand in someone's garden." And Facebook called her a bully and put her in jail.
Oh, well, Mary, I'm always in and out of Facebook jail, and they're always threatening me. The fact checkers don't like me at all. As soon as they let me out of jail, I'm going, those fact checkers have a real problem with me.
Oh, gotta love them fact checkers. I bet they never check their own facts.
No, they wouldn't know what a fact was if I come up and smacked them in the face.
Amen.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I pretty much completely left Facebook. I go check it about once a month. That's about
Uh-huh.
it.
Me too.
I've deleted all that stuff off my phone and all that. Who checks the fact checkers? Yeah,
I do.
we can't.
I give them such a hard time. I go, oh, poor wee fact checkers. Everybody needs to pray for them in their wee dead end jobs.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. It's like, really? But then you read
Oh my gosh.
somebody's comment and it's like, really? How did they get through without going to jail?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you see, when you're on Facebook, if you go along with their brainwashing and think the way they want you to think and talk the way they want you to talk, you're part of the group. You'll have no problem. But if you think for yourself and you speak the truth, you're going
Yeah.
to have problems.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They don't like it. They don't like it at all.
Mhm. So I just speak the truth.
Southern
just speak the truth.
You're more than welcome to get my email up there if you want, and send me a message, and I can send you a link. I know one of y'all said you couldn't do it because your phone is blurry or something. Miss Mary, I sent you a link for this chat that we're on right now. If you want to come up here,
Come on up. It's nice to see faces, and hear people,
you can't say that you're scared to go live because you've been going live.
Right?
It's only us.
It's only us.
We don't bite.
Nope.
Kind of hard to.
Although if she gets those
Okay,
cookies much
Southern Most, that's
closer.
fine. Yeah, just send me an email, and let me know ahead of time so I can send you a link. So that's why I got the email address running across and the banner on the screen and stuff. And then I will send everybody a link, and it won't show up on YouTube that we're going to do anything. And it'll just be a bunch of us ladies sitting in the back and just chit-chatting and having a Friday night live, and a little female group party of our own.
Be warned, they're all mad. You wouldn't believe the conversations.
Whoops.
Oh, you had to mute your YouTube channel, Miss
I
Mary.
have cover my camera usually.
No, Miss Mary.
Oh, I gotta turn this off.
Yeah,
There.
Yeah.
there you go, sweetie. There you go. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Mary.
Here I am. See, usually my camera is covered. So
It's only us.
I'm
It's
good.
only us.
Well, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Is it coming in okay?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
it's perfect.
Cool.
It's perfect.
Oh, there I am.
Quit
There she goes,
putting
showing
them in
them
front of my
cookies again.
face.
She's trying to show them cookies again.
Shame on you, Malachi.
Are you doing okay up there, Miss Mary?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Sorta.
Sort of.
Sort of. What's that
Uh-oh.
mean? What does
Do
that
I
mean?
have to leave YouTube on? Or
You have to mute YouTube.
do what?
You have to mute your YouTube
Oh,
so
okay.
it doesn't echo back.
Got it. Got it. Now it's not so much noise.
Yay!
There we go.
Can you hear better now?
Yeah. There was a
Okay.
whole lot of chatter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to keep up when you have that, because it's on a delay.
Messy hair.
Messy hair, we don't
There
care.
we go.
At least you have hair.
Well,
Um,
not much. It's so thin and so fine, but it's there and it's mine.
Right?
Southernmost, I understand that because I always leave it on. Used to leave it on my phone as well, and other things, and even the TV. I still have it on the TVs and stuff. A piece of tape, uh, just because they like to I Spy, play I Spy. Uh, but when you're doing live streams, you have to kind of like move that stuff. So, you know,
I'll be listening to something with one ear and listening to something with the other ear.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Too much stuff.
So what's new in Maine?
Oh, I have an inspection coming up in my apartment, and my whole bedroom is full of my daughter's stuff, and she's homeless. So now I'm like, help, can you take some of my stuff, and can you take some of my stuff? But it's weird. It's something I never heard of before because I'm in subsidized housing.
Uh-huh.
And it says your apartment will be inspected by a canine from Ehrlich Pet Solutions to determine if there's evidence of bed bugs. It's a brand new building, so I guess they're going to start doing this on a regular basis. I have this hair.
By a canine?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
They sniff out bugs. How imagine that?
Yeah.
I'm not buying that one. That's a good
It
sales pitch,
sounds.
but I'm not buying that one.
I can't cook for. I got to put this away. I got to do that. I have this like whole great big long list of stuff. This is my first time, so I have no clue. I don't do anything wrong. So the only thing is, I just have my bedroom is just jam packed full of my daughter's stuff. So I'm trading a painting to one lady to come and take a van load of stuff away, and I'm hoping my other friend will answer me and take another van load, and maybe I can get a storage when I get my retirement check, so I can put it all in the storage after that.
Oh,
Yeah.
bless your heart.
I'm
Bless
so
your
used to having just a normal life. This is so weird in this place.
heart. Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
too much.
It's
I'm
hard.
not. Yeah. So,
Mm.
and then after that, we have our regular yearly inspection. I'm thinking, well, why don't you just come in and do that while you're doing that?
Right?
Wow.
It's weird. They say you have to leave the apartment. It says on there you can't smoke for 2 hours before, but you can't smoke in your apartment anyway. Just tell that to the potheads down the hall, though, because they can
That's
smell
Well,
it.
crazy.
They might inspect theirs as well, and then they'll lose their lease, because they can smell that and everything.
yep.
Hmm.
Well, but marijuana's legal in a lot of states now.
It's
So,
legal here, but not in a federal building, and this
Right.
is subsidized, whatever. So yeah, it's against the rules here
Yep.
because some of the ladies were vaping and some of them smoke and a lot of them eat chocolate, and then there's all the drunks, and I never had a clue what I was moving into. And this is a secured building. I moved in and secured myself in with these people.
oh,
my.
wow.
Crazy. I got the
Wow.
Satanist next door. That's creepy.
Well,
Mm.
just praise the Lord that you're not homeless anymore, that you have a
Yeah,
roof over your head, and
and I
you
paint
do
and
have.
keep myself busy. I mean, I just went to take out my trash yesterday, and there was a big older black lady. She was coming in. I've seen her in the building, so I thought she lived in the building. And these two other busybodies that like to gang up and yell at you started in on me. You can't be letting her in here. This is a secured building, yelling. And I'm like, I freeze when they start doing that stuff, and I don't say nothing. And then
Mm.
I came back up and I got my cardboard and went to bring it down to put in the trash room. And one of them was out there, and I said, did you ever think to just be nice at first and maybe say, hey, do you know her? Should you let her in instead of jumping my crap like that?
Right.
I says, don't be a Karen. And then I walked in the garbage room. When I came out, they were gone.
Right.
I've
Good for
been
you.
watching those Karen videos.
Yeah,
They're so funny.
southernmost Illinois said, just tell them it's your stuff.
Well, no, it was a lady that was
No, the
coming in
stuff
the
in your.
building.
No, she was
Oh,
talking
that?
the
No,
stuff in
my
your
whole
room.
bedroom is full of her stuff. And
Oh,
I have to literally take all my bedclothes off and my top mattress and lean it on its side and all kinds of stuff. So I can't
oh
have
my
anything
goodness.
under my bed and then there's like no food on the counters and don't cook for X amount of time beforehand and geez, I don't know.
That's wild. Because I
So
know there are several out here around where I live at that is getting government assistance, and you're not supposed to have nobody living with you. They're supposed to
right.
be on your lease and stuff like this, but they don't care.
Well,
They don't
this is
care.
a 55 and older building too. I figured people would be more sensible here, but no. But
Uh,
I can only have somebody come 30 days within my year lease. And that's where it stresses me out because when there's a bad storm out there and my daughter's homeless, I can't let her in anymore because she's had 31. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
but no, it should be because I know here they can have people that come and stay up to 30 days with them, and then they have to leave. But they can be gone for 2 or 3 days and then come back for another 30 days.
I
But they
asked
can't
them
receive no mail.
specifically. No,
Yeah.
I asked specifically, and they said within the calendar year. So she can't spend another night here until like after April 1st. And I said, well, if you're going to spend any nights, make sure it's the worst nights out there. Save them for wintertime,
That's
instead. 'Cause
crazy.
I know
Wow.
the extra day I had her here, it was her birthday and it was the night of that blizzard. So I chanced it. But I mean, these neighbors here, anything I do, they're on my tail.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to deal
Wow.
with that.
Mhm.
Oh, I got my scanner on. Whoops. Wait a minute. I gotta turn it off.
Lord, she's got a scanner and everything. Oh my goodness.
There, yeah, it's when you download on the internet. I could listen to where you guys live if I wanted to, but I listen to the fire and ambulance
Yeah.
because then I hear, oh, a 30-some-year-old girl frozen to death on the sidewalk, and then I start trying to call my daughter, to see if she's okay.
Oh, bless your heart.
It's like one way to keep track of her. Last night she got robbed and was stuck in the snowstorm, and she's calling me for directions, and I'm trying to figure out where she is and trying to send her maps, and then she ran out of juice on her phone, so I didn't
Oh
know.
no, bless your
Mhm.
heart. It is so terrible to see so many people here in the United States that have become homeless because
Yeah.
of the increase of rent. You know,
Well, there's a lot of reasons. I
Oh
became
yeah.
homeless because my husband died and his family took everything from me. The lawyer's office did embezzle, the paralegal there did embezzling like hundreds of thousands of dollars from asbestos victims, and she
oh
falsified
my God.
documents and all kinds of stuff. So he passed away and they changed a date on one by one day on a court document. So then they took me to court. They almost didn't let me go to his funeral. I went through a lot of stuff down there.
Oh my goodness.
But
I mean,
Mm.
yeah, I understand there's a lot of reasons for people being homeless and stuff, because of not being able to work or because
I
financial,
was
so many
out,
different reasons. And
right, I was out there when it was on lockdown in the city, and so I was locked out while everybody else was locked in, and all
mm,
these people would gather in the park, and like at one end of the park it was just full of trash everywhere, and it
mm,
was all junkies and stuff, and then at the other end of the park was alcoholics, and I figured, well, I could just knock them over if they get out of line. So I hung around with the alcoholics down at the other because I didn't
oh
know
my
where to go. And it was close
Mhm.
to where they had soup kitchen, but then they closed the soup kitchen. There was no place to go to the bathroom. It was like, it was crazy. But the junkies are the scary part. They,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
unpredictable, and the meth people are like,
Yeah, so they're
it's
most of the
scary.
Yeah.
electric bills and stuff. Yeah. Um,
Mm.
I got my electric bill in. I was surprised it wasn't higher than what it is, but it was only $113. I said, I guess that's not too bad. That's about average.
Yeah, I don't have to pay electric because I chose this place because everything's included. But I worry because what happens if all this stuff that's going on, what if they stop the subsidizing? Boom, I'm back out on the streets again, you know?
Yeah, well,
That
I heard here that a lot of these people that are on government assistance, what they call Section 8,
Oh, I don't
if
have that.
if they put in to relocate to another apartment complex or somewhere else, what their voucher is at this time for where they're at now is subject to be a lot less, and they would have
Oh,
to
huh.
get a smaller unit than what they already have. So if you're
I
in
couldn't get much smaller than this.
if you're in a 2 bedroom unit and you choose to move out with your 2 or 3 kids, then you're going to be put into a 1 bedroom unit. And then if you live in a 3 bedroom unit and you have 3 or 4 kids, then you're going to be put into a 2 bedroom unit because from what I understand, financial aid is being cut across the board
See, I
for
have
the
something
subsidized
called
housing.
Shalom House. It's not Section 8, so I have no idea how stable that is.
The what
Not a
house?
clue. It's called Shalom House. It's weird. I never
I've,
heard of
I've
it before.
I've never even heard of it.
Because my retirement is only like, well, it went up to 745 a month. So I
Uh-huh.
live off of that and pay 30% of it to my rent and then buy groceries and stuff out of that. So yeah,
That's
I'm always broke. I pay my bills and I get my food and then I'm broke all month, but I have everything covered and then I get my canvases when they're on special because Joanne Fabrics is like right down the street
uh-huh.
and they'll have a 60% off sometimes and then I'll go down and get as many as I can afford
Yeah.
and eat and then I'm good for a little while.
Oh wow.
Speaking of electric bills, do you know what mine averages?
I would imagine with the machine that you're on, Michelle, your light bill is probably close to 500 or more a month.
Try 780.
Wow.
Oh my word. Woo.
Damn,
But
that's a
y'all are on a farm as
Yeah.
well, and you don't just have your house running on electric. I'm sure you have other things that also are connected with that. Um, on top of the medical
Yeah.
machine that you have to have, um,
Yeah.
and you can't survive without that.
Summertime's Summertime is even worse than winter.
Oh my goodness.
summertime Summertime, if it's a bad summer, it's nothing to hit that 850 $900 mark.
Oh, bless your heart. Well, I'm glad that you was able to get your heating unit fixed and
Oh
back up
yeah.
and running. So that's a blessing. That is a
Yeah,
blessing. And
they came out right away. The very next morning he was out here like 7:20 in the morning,
mm,
because
that
they pretty, I mean, they go to church with us, so um, they know my situation. So if something happens, you know, they come out quick.
Jeez, we have electricity go off and on sometimes. That would be hard. Do you have some kind of backup for that?
Nope.
Wow,
Mm-mm.
that's scary.
You
Huh.
can buy them battery packs now that you charge them up and you can run different appliances off in your house on in case of emergency. They use them in, the camper fans. Some
Mm-hmm.
people buy 2 or 3 of them, and you can use them when you go camping as well. You can run a light off it, your
Yeah.
TV, your kettle. If you have a nebulizer or anything like that, you can plug it in, and it'll keep you going for
Yeah.
up to 4 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have a thing you jump your car with that you could plug stuff into. Yeah.
JW sent me an email yesterday, I think it was, and
What are you doing?
Big Lots had was had one of those jackeries
That's it.
with the free solar panel, a 500-watt solar
Wow.
panel for $98.
Wow.
Get one.
No, I didn't. He didn't get one either because we were, we didn't, he didn't see it fast enough and I didn't get it fast enough. So they only did like 100 of them.
Wow.
Damn.
So we missed out. But um, I do have a battery backup for my CPAP. So my CPAP machine already has a battery backup, but no, I'm classified on that emergency list for our county.
Mm.
And when a big power outage goes out, like when the hurricane came through, they look at that emergency list and they connect those people first, like the hospitals, EMS, fire departments, and anybody that's on medical equipment or get fixed first.
Love you.
Yeah, I
Sweet
used to
So,
work with assisted living, assisted care. And the first people, when electricity went out in a storm, the first people I ran to were the people on oxygen because they'd have
right.
those condensers.
Yep.
Our
Yep.
electric rarely goes out. It's only went out for half an hour a few years ago, and but where my daughter lives in the next town now, their electric would go out because they're on a different circuit than us. So I told her to get camping lights and stuff, and to get a wee gas stove and heater, and that in just in case any time that would happen. I think it was 2 years ago she had all her electric off, and she was saying she was on Facebook complaining that her and the guards were freezing. And I says, "Why? What's wrong?" And she says, "They're in the house. They were doing something to the heating, and they were sitting freezing." And I says, "Hold on, I'll get Tommy to run over, with a wee gas heater, and he'll show you how to work it." I says, "Do you want a wee stove as well?" So we lent it, over to her. I says, "Be careful with the guards." And I says, "That's automatic, so if it's tipped over, the gas is cut off."
Mm-hmm.
But she was glad of it. I always say to everybody, go buy yourself a wee like gas stove or a stove that you can use, and something, camp wise for heating, and batteries in, and your camping lights. If you don't ever need them, great. But there might come a time that you do. And when our electric went out that year, I was the only house in the street with lights. When it went out, there was a couple of the wee older women in the street going, "Wouldn't you trust that? I'm dying for a cup of tea," and it just cut out as I was going to make one. And I says, "Do you want a cup of tea, Lila?" She says, "Where are you going to get the electric from?" Here's me, I've got my gas stove, camping stove. So I
Yep.
came down and I made a big pot of tea and I took it up. "God bless you, love."
Yeah. Now I have that kind of stuff. I wasn't worried about cooking. I have a
Yeah.
gas grill on my deck, and I wasn't worried about any of that. But we did pull out my little 2-man pump tent
Mhm.
because I was bound and determined I was going to pop that thing open and put it on my bed and crawl in it. But um, we had power, you know, and um, I have one of those mini heaters with the flame in it. It looks like a artificial flame.
Mhm.
So we was taking that back and forth from my room to my daughter's room, you know,
Mhm.
and we did just fine. It run an hour in here and it kept it warm for about 4 hours, and run it an hour in her room, just back and forth. And then for my kitchen, I cut that oven on and opened the door.
Yeah,
My kitchen was nice and toasty.
that's good.
I remember
Yeah,
when the kids were little and they don't turn the heat on until like November, whatever, and it was freezing. And I'd turn on my oven and warm it up, and then I'd turn it off and open it up, and I'd be in there with the baby blankets trying to blow the heat in the other
yeah,
room.
yeah,
It
yep,
worked.
We put the coats over the
yep,
beds, over the kids,
yep,
that was before central heating.
yep.
Uh, and if you were really, if you had a few bob, you had an eider down, it was like a big thick quilt that was
Mhm.
over
Hmm.
the bed, and you'd get an extra eider down, over it. But the kids now are spoiled. If something happened tomorrow, they'd be lost. They wouldn't know what to do. It's good
Right.
to
Yeah.
it's good to train them and show them, what to do, if the electric goes out, or, how to live without central heating. It's not the end of the day,
Right.
or the end of the world.
We're not
And
even allowed to have a candle in here.
mhm,
So
Really.
goes
Really?
out, goes out. Yeah, we're
mhm,
just stuck. But I got a lot of blankets, so
Do you can you not have like oil lights or anything like that?
nope, nothing
Oh
like
my
that.
Fire
They're
pit.
worried.
goodness.
But you think about all the people in here that drink and stuff,
Yeah.
and that would be scary because this is like 40 apartments in this building. So I can
Hmm.
understand it because they're not all like there's a lot of alcoholics in the
Well,
building.
I mean, there's a lot of that here too in all these different apartments. People do all
Yeah,
kinds of different activities, but that's not going to stop me from having my camping stove and my camping equipment and my little propane heat. Because I
yeah,
got a
that's
and,
good.
and, it, and it'll heat up 250 square feet. Um,
Nice.
but my daughters asked me, Mom, why you buy all this stuff? You don't even use. I said, Girl, when crap hits the fan, because we had to get rid of all of our other stuff when we moved to here,
Yeah,
my gas grill and all that stuff, I had to get rid of it. Um, and then they told me I could have a charcoal grill, but because some idiots want to leave their grill on the back deck and burn the upper deck by grilling instead of moving it out in the grassy area where you're supposed to. Well, nobody can have a grill out here now. So
not
they
yet.
even took
Wow.
the picnic table out that we had out here. And
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
the little battery operated solar lights. Yeah.
I
Now
love
they
those things.
now, Mary, there is something that you can get for lighting for your apartment, and they can't say nothing to you, and that's the solar yard lights that they have for your, like your
oh
walkway.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now
True.
I bought a couple of packs of those, and all you do is just take the top off of it, set it in the sun, and let it charge up. And then you bring it back in and you plug it, twist it back on. And,
I
you can
could
buy
see
a pack
them
of sticks.
in my windows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I used to have all that stuff, but before I moved in here, everything I had got stolen over and over and over again till I had
Yeah.
nothing. And so when I moved in here, I had a backpack and a couple bags of stuff, and my
Yeah.
journal got stolen, which really sucks. But um, I had been writing stories about what it was like to be homeless out there at the time, and on Facebook. And this other lady, she had this guy edit them, and she was putting them up, and she called me Our Lady of the Streets. It was kind of cool. But
Oh,
then when I moved in here, all her followers who donated stuff to the homeless, she called it anonymous.
uh-huh.
Um, they they turned out like I nothing I've ever seen. My heart was just so warmed. I had everything I needed in here in 4 days. I had
Oh,
Wow.
furniture, dishes. They donated money. They took me shopping to get dishes and food and stuff. And I was just like, wow. They even two ladies got together and bought me a brand new sewing machine, which all my daughter's
Wow.
junk is in the way, and I can't get to it. So I can't wait to get rid of her stuff. Actually,
yeah. That's a blessing. Well, not being nosy or anything, but what do they charge to rent a storage unit there up there?
it's probably gonna be around $179 for a little one. But
And that's a month.
What?
yeah,
Well, I
so
know
but
the last one I
it,
rented
it
here was a few years ago, and when my little brother came, and I emptied out some stuff so he could stay in one of the rooms, um, and I think it costed me like 35 to $40, and that was just for a small little unit just to put a few boxes in. But the smallest that they had was like a 4 by 6. So I was like, well, I
yeah.
really don't have that much stuff to put in there, but it'll just go there and um, but yeah, because you're
I don't
living
know if
in
you
Maine,
see
that's
it, but
expensive.
I don't know. You see all that junk over there? I don't know if you can see it.
Yes,
There's
ma'am.
this mess over there, and it's all her stuff. And there's more. My closet is like 2/3 of her stuff, and
Yeah, and if they come in there to do an inspection on you, like they say they're going to do, then they'll probably say you're hoarding.
Yep.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
not mine.
Or
And
they'll say it's a fire hazard.
Yeah,
right,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I, I mean, yeah, I just can't wait to get it out of here anyway, so I can actually have my room back because I haven't even been sleeping in there. I just sleep on my couch.
Don't feel bad, honey. I ain't slept in my bed in 8 months. I've slept on my couch or in the recliner,
Same.
or and it's not because I can't get to my bed because I can. It's just the
Right,
neighbors behind me are real loud and they like to fuss and argue. And then the girl upstairs, she likes to romp and tromp in the wee hours of the morning. And
right.
so I'm like, it's no point in taking Ambien because I'm not even going to get that 3 or 4 hours worth of sleep if I'm lucky.
Right.
So um, I
Yeah.
just I mostly sleep out here on the
The,
couch. And
the walls in this place are, because it's a brand new building, they've done really well insulating them, but the doors are not. So you hear everything out in the hall. But I took the apartment over there is the stairwell, and
uh-huh.
across the hall, because it's shaped like this, I'm down there, so I have nobody across the hall from me. And downstairs is the community room, so I only have the guy over there and the lady upstairs from me. So I only
Mm.
have two neighbors to worry about right next to me.
Well, you're
And
lucky
he,
you don't have a bunch of children, so running
yeah,
and
I
barking and
don't see
stomping.
yell at my kids like this living in an apartment. Like, don't make them think I'm abusing you.
Uh, I know
So
what
Claude,
that feels like. Yeah. Is anybody still in the chat room?
I have no idea. I ain't seen
I know
nobody
Southern.
say
I
nothing.
know Southern Most was there.
I know it
Because
was.
she made a comment about the deal that you were talking about the solar
Yeah.
panel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep,
Well,
she's still there.
Marfugal is just went live.
oh, did he?
Yeah, something's happening. He's got new news.
I saw him last night.
Yeah.
George
It's
sent me
it's like
some.
What do
this
you
when
got
your
now?
neighbors are when your neighbors are
That looks
arguing.
like
Like,
Starbucks.
Look at
"Ooh, he come home with perfume on him."
The guy next door, he said, I had my girlfriend over, and I come home from work and she's yelling at me, and I told her, well, just go away. And he says, did you hear her yelling at me? I'm like, no, I didn't hear a thing, but I don't even go in my bedroom, so I have it's pretty well insulated. I was like, oh, that's good. I'm glad I didn't hear that.
I would do that, and I would write him a note and say, by the way, tell your girlfriend about the woman that was at your room the other night. I would. I
Oh,
would.
that was so trouble. He's not a very nice person.
And then next week, say, oh, I forgot. You might want to make sure she knows about the gonorrhea situation.
Oh, shit.
I would wreak havoc until they move.
I don't know if I'd ever be able to get along in this building after that.
And if you need any help with this syphilis thing, I can tell you where to go. My best friend's a nurse.
Listen, last year, I don't have nothing to do with him, but last year I was out back and there's two other guys were sitting out there and we were just all sitting in the grass. And this guy come out and he starts, I think he was drunk, and he starts saying, I wouldn't go out with Mary Jane if she blah, blah, blah. And I just, as I'm listening to it, he got nasty and I just walked away. And I don't know even know if he remembers doing that, but boy, that pissed me off.
I just said, don't worry, I wouldn't go out with you and your herpes either.
I don't even know where that came from. Why would he even say something like that?
I would have screamed it so the whole complex heard it.
It's just drunk.
See, there's ways that you can be evil without being seriously evil. Give them something to talk about.
Oh, they I'm sure they do, because people who don't even know me don't like me now because they talk to them guys. So yeah, I don't know what they say, but
I would wreak havoc on them. I would.
If they start to come out and they start looking around the corner to stare at me, I just do this.
You know what I do? I would
They
write,
think
I
I'm
would
filming
get
them.
an
I don't
envelope
like that.
and I would address it, and up at the return address I'd put Maine Health Department. And then
no, Malachi got
and
the fireplace.
I would help you write a document that looks so real it'd be unreal, and tell them, I'm sorry, but you chose not to come to your last 2 appointments. Therefore, we must start your treatments all over again.
That's funny.
Miss Michelle's on a roll. Is on a roll.
There are ways to get people back. I'm just saying. I've learned a lot in my ER days.
That's a good one.
Some of the
I do
stories.
have a printer.
Yeah, see, I can help you write it. I'll even sign it, fold it up, print it, put it in an envelope, go drop it in their mailbox.
Well, there goes the thing I hang on my computer. It says, I love people that have no idea how wonderful they are and just wander around making the world a better place. That blows that. Oh, shit.
Sounds almost
Oh,
like my
Lord.
shirt. I used to be a people person until people ruined it for me.
Right?
Right? Hey, I got a T-shirt coming, and it says, when COVID is over, I still want most of y'all to stay away from me."
Yeah, right. I saw a good one today that had a whole bunch of official looking like police guys in a boat, and they're looking around, and it says that these were the guys that are looking to find out what happened to COVID now that the war started in Ukraine. They're all like,
We're still trying to
Yep.
wonder what happened to the flu and pneumonia.
I know, right? As soon as
Right?
COVID comes out, it disappeared. When
And-
I heard from this
Yeah.
guy
and
that was a
cancer and other
nurse,
things.
he said that they usually have some kind of numbers on ventilators that they have to set them at when people are on it. And when
Hmm.
this happened, that they were told to set them at different numbers. And he said every time I did, the people didn't live until I started to realize that I was killing the people, and I quit. And then he made a video, and I hadn't seen anything else since.
Mm.
So,
I heard about that too.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And they
That's
were saying the
scary.
night shift was coming in and turning, I don't know whether it's true now or not, but they were saying that they were turning the ventilators on. And what they were actually doing was they were bursting the people's
Hurting
lungs.
your lungs. Yeah.
Mm.
Take, it was up to
I
them.
had to go on one once because when I was down in Alabama and I was all distressed, and I went over and I put just a little dribble of gas on the burn barrel. And then I thought, well, I'll be safe. And I walked it about 20 foot away and put it down. And then I went back, and the top was open, but there was a hole in the side of the burn barrel. And I reached with my face over the top of it, and I lit inside the hole, and it exploded in my face, and I went like that, and it blew up, and I was all on fire, and I couldn't put myself out. And I'm thinking, stop, drop, and roll. No, I ain't got time. I took off my hat, my
Yeah.
hair got on fire, I put my hat back on, I ran in the house on fire in the shower and turned it on. And I couldn't see, and tried to get my husband on the phone. I just did the star 69 thing. But then on the way to the emergency room, while I'm melting all this ice on my face, this young fella says, "Did you inhale?" And I said, "Well, yeah." I went like that. And he says, "Well, we're going to have to put you on a ventilator in case you burn your lungs so they don't heal
Yep.
together or something." And
Yep.
I looked at him and I said, "You mean stick that thing down my throat to breathe?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "You are going to knock me out first, right?" And he says, "Well, yeah." I says, "Okay, good. Otherwise, we're going to have a hell of a fight on our hands."
Mhm.
You try to get something shoved down my throat to breathe while I'm not asleep, you're going to have trouble with it.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Um,
It's it's crazy.
But that's the only time I ever had one. And you don't know. I wake up and this guy was like my youngest son. He was so young, the doctor. And I wake up and he's sitting there in the chair like, dee, 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 dee. And I'm like, I'm going to throw up is what I'm thinking. I'm like, take this thing out and looking at him. And he's like, "Oh, this is normal when you usually feel like that when you wake up." And I'm like, like this. I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh God, I'm
Think
gonna
about
puke."
it.
Because a week before that, a friend of mine died because he drowned because he threw up with the ventilator. So I don't know what all happened, but it scared me. And I look at him and I go like, I want to write it down. So he gives me pen and paper and he repeats himself again. "Yeah, people normal." And I'm like, "Ah," and I'm writing, "gonna puke." And he goes,
It's
"Oh,
okay.
people normal." And I'm like now. And he looks at me
Yeah.
and he starts it again. And I go, "Wah," and threw up with it.
Yeah,
There
as
was the
long as you've got a tube down in your main stem bronchi, it has a cuff around it for that
Yeah.
purpose. So there's no liquid that's going to come out of your stomach or
Well, I
down
was
your
gonna
mouth,
throw up, and I was scared, and
but
I had no clue.
it won't go into your lungs. That's the purpose of that cuff.
It was
Is
like, was he gonna never take it out? You
oh
know?
yeah, they will.
So
They
I
usually give
did.
it they usually give it 72 hours, but
I had
now
no
we
clue
don't
how long
even
it
do
was.
that. We don't even do that nowadays unless we
Yeah.
see visible signs of soot in your nose or your mouth.
Well,
If
I
we
definitely did inhale it because I went as I stood up, and I mean, the gas stuck all over me. So I would try to put myself out, and the flames would jump on the other side of my
yeah,
hand as it kept doing this, and it just kept jumping back and forth.
Let me
yeah.
address Southernmost here. I think she stepped out. She said, before I got fired for refusing the jab, I did the flu test and not a single positive post. Um, the big C. Well, I'm sorry that
Mhm.
you got fired, Southernmost, and if you left us, we love you. And for all of y'all that joined in the chat room tonight, I love you. I thank you all for joining in. Um, but I think I'm going to go ahead and shut down the live stream over on YouTube. Miss Deb, Trish, and Suburban Hillbilly, and Dudley, and uh, Meemaw, and Big Matt, and everybody in southernmost Illinois. Thank you, each and every one. I love you all. God bless you all. And y'all have a blessed night. And I will see y'all on Friday.
Okay, bye.
Oh, you don't have to go nowhere. I'm just,
Does
yeah.
it go? It doesn't go away when you do that.
No, ma'am.
No.
It just shuts me down on YouTube. It shuts it down. It won't shut
Oh,
down here unless I
it's
just
too
kick
late
everybody
on
out.
that.